Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Stoop Talk Podcast, man. I am your host, Lance BCE, and to my left, we got the one and only DJ Active. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, people?
All black today?
Yeah. All Navy today?
Yeah.
This guy, man.
I'm just saying, I mean, are you feeling a little dark today, or what's going on? You all right?
I'm straight.
Mental health check?
I'm good, man.
You good?
Yeah, I would comment, but I'm gonna let it go to Chase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Active want to be Lil Kim today. Dressed in all black like the Omen.
Wait, hold up.
Let's get to Chase.
All right, Phresh. I got you. Don't worry.
My guy Chase, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, man?
How you feeling?
Tired, but I'm here.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, this is vintage.
Vintage.
Yeah, that's the original.
I ain't gonna front. When I see that shirt, a lot of girls with breasts wears that type of shirt. But that's just me. I just.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to play you, my nigga.
Thank you.
You know what?
Yeah, that's the very, very, very first Christian design.
This don't get more throwback than
That's
this.
Gonna be worth some money when you watch.
Facts.
Lance probably don't even know where this shirt is at.
So
I still have mine.
That means they bid off for y'all. Because there's a lot of shirts like that now.
That's a fact.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Kez, what's going on, my guy?
Chilling, man. You're ready, man.
How you feeling,
day.
bro?
It's great. It was a beautiful day today. I feel great.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, man.
The weather was looking up.
Yes, sir.
Thought it was about to be, springtime, but it's not, unfortunately.
I was gonna make a joke on Keds, but we'll leave him alone.
Well, he's incredible.
Nobody never jokes on Keds.
Nah, go ahead. What happened?
Nah.
Keds is a Teflon Don. It's just like
Keds up with Keds.
Nah,
Keds
go
don't be
ahead.
bothering nobody. Nah.
No, we're gonna go to Phresh, man. Phresh, what's going on, my guy?
everything cool, my man. Yeah.
Damn, man. The frames game once again, man. Like
Every week.
It's elite, bro.
Every week a new pair.
I like
Every
it.
week a
Man.
new pair.
I like those, man.
I'm
Clean,
lying.
right?
I'm lying.
Every week a new pair. Fucking female.
I'm lying. You got more do-rags than anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Just chill.
I'm
Don't make me
chilling.
start on you.
Anyways, settle down, guys. All right, the bickering gotta stop. We got a very special guest here today. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody to be on their best behavior.
All right,
Feel
you're
me?
a little excited. Relax. All right.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, for those watching and listening, we got a very special guest, and she goes by the name of Passport Cutty.
Cuddy.
What's going on, Cutty?
Hey.
Thank you for actually coming through to the Stoop Talk Podcast. Like this.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with all of you guys.
Yeah, these guys are something else. I got to tell you from now. I got to give you the disclaimer that.
I'm something else too.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I like seeing them get put in their place. You know what I'm saying? So it makes
Because you can't do it, right?
It makes my heart warm.
Yeah, because you can't do it.
That's what it is.
Let me tell you something about Lance.
Okay,
from
Joe.
early. He's controlling. You ever saw the Netflix show You?
No.
Oh, you gotta
It's a
see
guy
that.
on that show. The main character. He's like this obsessively controlling boyfriend.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces. I'm not controlling at all.
Okay, yeah.
He
Don't
is. We
listen.
call him Joe because he
You're just
controls
crazy.
everything. But aside from that, he never wants to give his opinion.
That's weird.
He be trying to straddle the fence and not really try to get away.
Pause.
And he be trying to
Set
get
the
like
fence,
female
bro.
I know,
points.
but Lance and Straddle, I gotta say pause.
Yeah.
Come on, son. Come on.
And
Anyway.
he be trying to get female points. So
I don't know what y'all trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They're
Just
trying to-
giving her the disclaimer the same way.
facts.
Gave her one.
So
You gave
now
him-
I'm going to get some answers today.
Listen, I
Make
give
sure
my
you press him
opinion.
for his opinion.
So that's your job. You do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, tell us about yourself.
You wanted to say something?
Go ahead.
You want to say something?
See, look.
Or you gonna let me do my thing?
I don't know what thing
That's
you do.
the control
Okay.
we're talking about.
No, I'm just saying. I thought you just wanted to, do something. You feel me?
I'm not doing that.
Wait. I don't like this dialogue.
Yeah.
That's happening right now.
All right, let's.
All right, we're gonna move on. Man.
I
Yeah.
thought you wanted to do something.
What?
Yeah.
Moving on.
So anyway, we got Passport Cutty here in the building. It was very interesting. Actually, I remember a couple of weeks ago, you had put up a post on your page. You was looking for podcasts in New York City. I think in Brooklyn, something like that. And actually, it was one person that actually I didn't even know anything about it, right? And there was one person actually tagged us under your post.
But people also send in a DM too.
Oh, they did. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, shout
the only
out to them.
post- yeah,
like to
my
hear that.
homegirl
Drop
Kimmy.
a
I
bomb
think
for them.
right. Kimmy was my homegirl. Kimmy I went to school with. Kimmy, thank you. Because obviously, because of that, and I guess the other people.
Oh, Kimmy's the one who did it?
no, not the Kimmy that you know.
Oh.
It's another Kimmy.
Well,
But,
shout out to Kimmy.
Yeah, shout out to Kimmy. You know what I'm saying? She kinda,
Bob for Kimmy.
I got the email, and then here we are. Cuddy's here in the building, so we gonna have some
I am
fun.
here.
And we gonna get right into it,
I've
right?
been making my way around these podcasts.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trying to get to know everybody.
Oh
That's
yeah,
lit though.
oh yeah.
You see how she said it?
No, I used to have my own podcast. So,
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
yeah.
What was it called?
Well, I had a podcast before podcasts were podcasts.
Right.
Like back in 2012, it was called The
Oh,
Naked
so you was before
Truth.
your time.
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah.
Podcast
So it was
OG.
cool. The Naked Truth, but I did it for like a year. But like I said, it wasn't a thing
It
yet.
wasn't a thing yet.
So we were doing it. People loved it, but I didn't know what to do with it, you know. And then I put it
What made
down.
you stop?
I didn't know it. Like I said, I didn't. Just in general, everything. I was one of the first to do a lot of the social media stuff, but when you're the first, you don't know where it's going. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know what you have and what you
Right.
possess. I mean, and there was a few different shows that were coming up around that time, but there was no monetization. There wasn't anything like visual going on. We didn't know of a podcast app like you would call in or listen or like listen on the link
Yeah,
on the
link on the
internet.
line,
It
yeah.
was
Like what?
just didn't know what to. It was like,
It sound
okay,
like,
we
it
just
sound like
doing
AOL
it,
dial. Remember?
right? We just doing it, but we don't know what. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I got scared, like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I put it down, but. I liked it because we had callers, so people used to
Interactive.
call and tell
Yeah.
their
Nice.
business.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
it was
a lot-
more like a talk show.
A lot of people don't know the the behind the scenes. The stuff.
podcasting.
Oh my goodness! Like
Yeah,
Definitely a lot of work.
it's the shit is like another job. Like literally,
yeah.
the whole production side is just
You will fight with your team for shit.
Oh,
sometimes.
child. When I finished that, I wound up having another podcast a couple of years ago, and I did that for a year. I did a live show, and then my book had just dropped. So
What was the name of the book?
The book?
No, this book.
Oh, you talking
Yeah,
about
this
this book?
book.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
okay.
We're gonna
My-
definitely get into that.
My book had just dropped, so I wanted to focus more on the book because I actually like really am. I'm
That's
a
dope,
writer.
though.
So so you brought up your book. Before you actually touch on the actual book, how did
Yeah.
you get started? Because I did notice your videos. I mean, you have some videos that's viral on Instagram.
Yeah.
So like, how did first of all, I want to know where you got the name from, Passport Cutty.
Yeah.
I think that's
Facts.
Yeah, that's what I was
Everybody
gonna
like, you
ask
can
that.
start off with that
Wait,
first, and then we can
traveling?
trick
So
back.
that's actually in the
Lance.
book too.
Using your brain.
I started on Twitter about 10 years ago. I was on there talking a whole bunch of shit.
That's what everybody.
It was
Everybody
my first opportunity at saying whatever I want. Nobody knew me. It didn't have any consequences, repercussions for anything. So anything that came to mind, I just said it, just shot it off, and then people just started reacting. It was like, who?
You was
and
like the-
especially because I'm a girl, it's totally different. Like guys could say whatever they want and get away with it, but girls literally speaking about anything and everything, whether it's sex, men, their lifestyle, farting, like whatever, just saying anything. They're like,
Where the
whoa,
fuck this
Yeah.
So that's how I really started getting my popularity. Now, I didn't start on Twitter as Passport Cutty. I got the name Passport Cutty from a Chris Rock stand-up. He says in one of his
What was the name
stand-ups-
before? Sorry if you didn't. Oh,
It was female Tupac.
No, it was my AOL email from 6th grade, Dime Baller 2.
seriously?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Oh
what she
my
said, right?
goodness.
It was Dime Baller 2.
Wow.
Nine Waller too.
Yeah, it was horrible. So, and,
Sounds like
and
a
even
straight
now,
chat room name.
no, and it's crazy because I still have that email sometimes, and then when I have to give it out, they be like, I'm like, don't judge me, it's 6th grade email, but
Yeah, everybody made a alias of themselves
yeah,
with
the
the AOL.
AOL Instant Messenger,
I'm the man.
and then remember they had
I'm
the
the man
little chat
24/7.
things going
That's
on.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That was a straight chat room.
You're right,
name.
exactly. So Chris Rock says men can't go backwards sexually once a girl does something new for you guys in the bedroom. you guys be like, well, hey, do that little thing that you did last time
Nah.
again. What was that? Where that came from, right? So once you try something new sexually, you can't go backwards. And then he says that women can't go backwards in lifestyle. That once we get introduced to the finer things in life, we want every person after that to do the same or better, right?
Yep.
So he says, remember the first time a guy took you on vacation? He's like, after that, you wanted every guy to take you on vacation. You was like, this is passport pussy. I was like, oh, that's me. That's me. That's me. Because that's what happened.
Clever.
Like the
And
first
you
time
just
a guy
changed
took me.
it to Cutty.
Right. The
Clever.
first time a guy
See what
took
you
me
did
on
there.
vacation, after that, I was chasing that, trying to figure out where else we going, who else gonna take me somewhere. So that's how it got. That's how I got the name, and it was like super catchy. So
Yeah. Nah, that shit rock. I like that.
yeah,
Interesting.
I talk about that in the book, like in the introduction, because when people read it, some people are like, "Who is Cutty?" Like if they find it on Amazon or something, I put it all in the like how it all began
Yeah. That's
in there.
Okay. So
That's mad creative.
Thank you.
it is very. I was like, whoa, that was the first thing I noticed. Like,
Trey Songz Cuddy Buddy. My Cuddy Buddy.
of course, the DJ and you would make that reference.
Yeah,
Good job.
thanks.
Yeah, you know your music.
I-
But yeah. So anyway, so
Y'all niggas are awkward.
I don't know. Since he came back from Miami, he's just been acting up. You know what I'm saying?
So what is with y'all in this Miami?
Yo,
trip?
first of
What
all,
happened?
Something happened in Miami that we
First
just
of
don't
all,
know.
first of all, I went to Miami, then went to LA. So that's actually LA. Came back from LA.
Well, yeah, that's your business though. But we were in Miami.
Lance is
No.
jealous.
I was in
He's
Miami.
jealous.
You was there.
You
we
left
wasn't
him
together.
in Miami.
He
Go to
said, I
LA.
was in Miami.
That's what
and
it
you was
is. It
there.
has to be that.
I don't know, man.
Something happened.
Whatever. Anyways, so I know you pretty much tabbed yourself as I saw your description on your Instagram page as you're an influencer. You're a unconventional life coach.
Unconventional.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I actually want you to kind of get into what you mean by that because I know it's kind of like underlining.
It's more about like my delivery.
Right.
As you can see, my videos may be funny, but there's truth to it. So sometimes it's like a slap in the face for some women. Like, let's say, for example, one of the videos that is something that people talk to me about all the time is being a side chick, right? And I'm like, okay, listen, I'm not gonna promote it, but I'm not gonna judge you for it. I've been a side chick before, whatever. I just want to let you know that being a side chick is like a $200 off your $1,000 purchase coupon. Like you think that you're saving so much. Oh my God, I'm saving $200. Not realizing that you're spending $800, right? So that's the same thing as being a side chick. You think you're benefiting, right? Not realizing that you're spending so much of yourself. You are wasting your time. You're wasting your life. You're, hiding behind,
Closed
somebody
door.
else's relationship, whatever the case is. So that's an example of, me having conversations with women about things that are going on in their real life and giving them the truth about it. So that's why I always say like it's unconventional because most of the time I'm talking about things that are taboo. People don't want to talk about, I'm not talking about, I do talk about career and this and that and all of that stuff, but most of the time people want to talk about their relationship or whatever type of relationship they're in, whether
The
it's a
negative stuff.
situationship.
The shit that would
Negative
strike
is
a nerve.
real, you know? So it's like, whether it's a real relationship, a marriage, a situationship, baby mom, baby dad, like, whatever. Like, relationships with people. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be romantic. Sometimes it could be a relationship with people in their family, their sister, their cousin, or a friend. Like, oh, I fucked my best friend's man or brother or whatever. But people trust my honesty and my transparency, so they come to me for a lot of different things, and I
It
usually
goes
give them
back
real.
into the original title you had. You said it was The Naked Truth. Right?
Yeah,
Like this definitely ties back into that.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Nice pickup, Fresh.
You see that?
He's paying
Can
attention.
I get a bomb?
he give you a horn.
Come on, son.
All right, so about this book now, Cuddy. The M is for man. The M is for
The M in man is for money.
Right. The M in man is for
Wait a
money.
minute.
Yeah. I was
Don't feel
doing
bad.
it.
He messes up everybody.
I was due for one of those.
It's okay.
But that's
So-
good. That's cool.
Yeah, we know. Okay, we already established that.
This title derived from a classic tweet. I don't know if you guys have run across it. It has gone viral over the last 10 years. It said, the M in man is for money. A man with no money is an A-N. A-N stands for another nigga, because that's what I'm going to find me.
I definitely remember seeing that.
That was my tweet originally. And people
was
kept
you that
on
made that?
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Oh,
people
man.
kept on reading.
You see this guy's face?
Oh,
You ain't get that. Oh my God, his face was hilarious. Just now.
People kept on
Oh,
reposting it, and then it kind of got lost. I was like, okay, no, I'm taking my tweet back.
That's funny.
And that's going to be the title of my book, because throughout the whole time, you know, I talked about my dating life, getting money out of guys, sugar daddies, fucking with multiple people. Like, I was in my 20s. I'm 33 now. Got on Twitter when I was 23. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I was talking about everything under the sun, didn't care, and people started DMing me and emailing me, Cutty, how do I get this guy to give me money? How do I get this guy to pay for this? How do I get this guy to do this?
Unruly chicks.
Cutty, how do you-
You're basically putting into action what females are constantly
Yeah.
thinking and wondering
Yeah.
about. So
Yeah.
now they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, she
Yeah.
did it. What's the secret?"
Yeah, but like,
What's the answer?
Yeah. Like
What's the
you got the
sauce?
Krabby Patty
Fact.
sauce. Like,
What's the special
is this
sauce?
a how-to guide?
yeah, it's a one. Okay,
Literally,
so,
that's what it is.
so
Okay,
you the new Steve Harvey.
I was about to say, this is some Steve Harvey shit.
That's why I said I came bearing gifts, because this is really like, I hate when men get
I'm
it.
definitely reading this book.
Yeah.
I hate when men get it
We
because
need
of
to
it.
combat
This way, when this shit
these
comes
things.
up, she's like, "Wait a minute, hold on."
I got the answer.
We need defense mechanisms, fellas.
Right, because
They be
like back in,
circling lines.
yeah,
Yo, highlighting
I
the
know
whole
like
book,
it's the
nigga.
Bible, nigga.
yeah.
You new Jehovah Witness.
Right. Back in the day, I would say something like, I'm talking about Black Twitter. I don't know who else was on whatever channel, Twitter channel they were on, but I remember tweeting, text a dude that you fucking right now asking for $100. This is a Cutty challenge. Like, that was like when hashtags were, you know, trending topics and all of that. I was like, okay, Cutty challenge. Text the dude you're having sex with right now asking for $100 for whatever, or your phone bill, or whatever, and see what he says, post what he says, or whatever. So that's really one of the ways that people started saying, like, oh my God, like, they didn't know if they could do it or not. Some people, they did it and they were $100 richer. And some girls was like, oh my God, I can't, like hyperventilating. Like, oh my God, I could have never asked him, you know, or I don't want to hear no, or, you know. So once I started putting those type of things out there, that's when, you know, people started contacting me. But I also,
I
like
wish
I
I
said, I was
was on
talking about
Twitter to
sugar
see
daddies.
this.
Yeah, I was like talking about sugar daddies and stuff. Like, I had a sugar daddy back then.
You probably were God.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So active. Text a chick right now and ask for $100.
Man,
Yo, them things that not gonna work for you. Don't
first
do
of
it.
all,
Like, you a fucking
First of
DJ,
all, you know a
nigga,
chick
like-
will post me on Instagram and
Look
a
at
quickness.
this
Look at
bum-ass
DJ
nigga.
Active Acts.
Nigga
This is the guy. This is your
Real
DJ of New York City. I'm
Right.
not doing that.
man,
Yeah, well,
that is funny.
that's where that started.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
You got people out they show.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. This book is a woman's guide on how to handle money in dating and in relationships, right? It is a large spectrum. Like, it's a long spectrum. Yes, there's the sugar daddies and the, just asking for money if whatever. And then it's all the way to if you're in a relationship and you just want to get this guy on the same page so y'all can split bills, you know, because it's not, the book is really more about the confidence and the courage and the comfortability to have a conversation with men about money or just anything. Because like once I went on tour, I realized like girls were standing up like, I can't even ask the guy that I'm dealing with to wash my car.
Right. This is a
And I'm
guide to go
like-
from timid to savage.
That's
Like
No, sometimes they still
100 and something
timid.
pages, you turn savage. Your man gonna look at you like,
Right.
Fuck.
Like since when she start asking me for shit, right?
yeah, he gonna get scared.
So
Not to cut you off. I'm the cutoff king.
Favorite line. Not to cut you off.
Not to cut you off, but
But I don't think that's for women in New. I think New York women are savages. I don't think.
No, there's
I think
plenty of
more-
girls that
I
I
think
know
the
who
water.
getting
The
shit.
water. Our water different than down south.
Nah, I think. Yeah, I think.
No,
I
some
think New York.
girls.
I think more New York women are more likely to be like, yo, you're gonna give me this, you're fucking me, blah 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 blah.
Especially in
That's-
this
yeah, like-
scamming age, boy.
Yeah,
But let me
that
tell
too.
you, I actually
I
don't
think out
like
of New
that.
York is like is
You
like
see how
they're
the-
scared.
Right, they
You know what
are.
I'm saying?
But you see how you said like the fucking me thing? I really hate that approach. Like with girls, like, and they use it so. I'm like,
That's the
you don't got
go-to.
no game
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you do that.
Go-to.
Yeah.
Like it's not about.
So
it's
that, you
not.
say that in the book?
I'm not sure. But
Revise it.
See,
No.
Reload it.
Revise. You know what?
you
I
gotta
don't say
say
it like
that in the book.
Like I don't say it explicitly like
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
I do say like it's all about your delivery and like,
Right.
and I do say
Sex is not.
You know,
like,
yeah.
Don't use
Because-
sex to.
that's the main
Yeah.
argument for them.
No,
most of
it
the
is,
time,
but
bro.
and it could still be. It's just that you don't have to present it to the guy.
It don't
like
have
It's all
to be
about
that
the
broad.
delivery.
yeah, because I'm not.
You hear that? Lance?
You get defensive. Like guys will get defensive if you be like, "I'm fucking you," and you'll be like, "So, you know, I'm fucking you
I'm
back."
fucking you.
You know,
We in this together.
it's not free.
You
Right.
fucking me. Last time I checked, I was fucking you.
exactly.
So Cuddy, your book is out right now, right? Where can
yeah.
we get your book?
It's on Amazon. It is on Amazon for print copy, and then I do the Audible, so it's
Good.
narrated by me. That's
That's
my
dope.
That's
favorite.
fun.
one.
That
That's
might
dope.
be
I think
common.
everybody leans more to like the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
They
jump
love
from
the
podcast to what is
Yeah.
it, audiobook?
Yeah, and then it's on ebook everywhere.
Yeah,
So.
the
that's
link
lit.
will
I
be
like that.
for her book will definitely be in the description on the YouTube.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we'll
you.
do that. I actually want to get into one of the
Topics.
very interesting topics from your
Damn,
book.
I think this is the longest introduction now.
You always say that.
This is an introduction. We still introducing?
Not really.
But what I mean by we took a long time to get into the first topic.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, something that I thought was very interesting that I saw regarding what you spoke about in your book, right? So we're gonna get right into this because I'm curious to know what your response is going to be, and I'm more curious to see what these guys are gonna say.
You're
Okay.
always curious. Get
Yeah,
into
I
it,
am.
boy.
All right, so the first topic is what are the different types of men?
Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna do that. Sorry, I didn't do that on purpose. Just my bad.
The apologies are accepted.
Continue,
All right,
man.
continue.
Yo, read the question.
So the first topic that we're gonna talk about is what are the different types of men who are least likely to spend money on women?
Okay.
Lance.
I need to hear this.
So that's the second chapter in the book.
Lance.
Lance is the type of
Yeah,
man.
he said it already. He said,
Yeah. Why didn't you
Give me my house.
describe yourself? But anyway, go ahead.
So
Don't pay attention to these guys. We're having a conversation.
the
I wanna hear
second
this.
the second chapter in the book is called The Challenging Men. It's the 5 types of men that I feel like are the least likely to get money out of. I mean, not least likely, are the hardest or more difficult
To get money out of.
So that's the liar, the cheap guy, the broke guy, the hunk, which is the cute guy, and the trunk, the guy who has great sex or a big dick. Right? So now there really is a 5th one, but he spreads all across this.
So he's like a mixture of a couple of
I mean,
them,
the
or-
6th one. I say because it's 2 different lanes, right? So I would say that the guy who's single with no baggage is like the hardest to get money out of because he has no baggage. Actually, he knows that he's a hot commodity. He's an eligible bachelor,
okay.
right? So,
Yeah, go on.
so, but those 5 types. Okay, so the cheap guy could have all the money in the world and not give you shit, right? The broke guy could have no money and give you,
And give you the
his
world.
last dollar,
Yeah.
right? But because he's
Because
still
he gave
don't
you your
have a
last
lot of
dollar,
money,
that's all you're gonna get.
right?
But you know
Alright.
what?
Huh?
There is so much value in that, though. For the broke dude giving you his
Oh
last
yeah,
dollar.
yeah, for
Yeah, but
sure.
you're not
But
looking
when you
at it
talk
at that
about
point.
when you talk to women in this generation, that don't mean shit. The only thing that matters to them is that he's broke. The fact that he doesn't, they would rather have a dude
because they're not
Hold on,
looking
let
at
me finish my
monetary value
thought.
at that point.
Wait, hold on.
Why you gotta interrupt?
I'm sorry, they're not looking at thing value. They're looking at.
You don't even know what you
monetary
want to say.
value. I know what I'm
Interrupting
talking
me.
Say, go ahead.
I done lost my train
Nah,
of thought.
you
No,
were
you were
saying
saying that the
Yeah,
broke
they
guy.
would rather have a dude that's rich and don't give them shit
Right.
versus a dude that's not rich that would give his last to them.
And I say
it's fucking backwards.
I say it all the time. I'm like, all y'all out here, like even on the tour, I was like, everybody out here looking for a millionaire. That's stupid. I'm like, because there's not enough for everybody. That's number one. And number two is, I know plenty of people who's been fucking millionaires and don't know how to get a dollar. So it wouldn't matter if he was a millionaire or not, because you still don't know how to get it or ask, for anything. So
And you don't want to look like a gold digger either.
right. So what happens is I tell them, I'm like, everybody gets either the baller or the bum, because they pass up all the people in the
Everybody
middle.
in between.
Yes. The FedEx guy, the barber, the DJ,
Why you
the
think that is the
teacher, because they think that they don't have enough money. When in reality, I tell people all the time, and this has nothing to do with like relationships or anything. I'm like, there's not that much more that millionaires be doing that the average person can't do. Like the traveling, the cars, the clothes, the this, like there's no part of this earth that we couldn't reach just because we not a millionaire. Like if
I understand
you
what you mean.
know what I mean? So it's like, okay, the richest people be in Amalfi Coast. I've been to Amalfi Coast. I'm not a millionaire. You know
It's
what I'm
just
saying?
the frequency in which you could do it.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
You could do
You
it.
can do it.
Yeah, it's just
You may not be able to do it to their capacity.
their
The
capacity.
quality of your trip is not going to be
Yeah.
anywhere compared to them. Like,
Right,
they're going to
but-
stay in 5-star hotels. You
Right.
got to stay in this.
Nah, not
Yeah,
even that,
but
'cause
I'm just
could
saying,
you
but
can stay in a
did-
5-star
but did you-
hotel too.
Yeah, but did you
You
go
gotta-
and have a good time or not?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but we
You
going to
could-
look for all inclusive.
that's
They
where-
just going to pay the whole
But you
joint.
see,
But
that's
you
what she's
went
talking
and
about. This
had-
is where
Yeah.
money management comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you spend your money, how you save. So
But also what he was saying is like, but what? Like, why are you comparing it to another level? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's the same thing with girls. Why are you comparing your relationship? If your boyfriend, and I talk about this sometimes, like as far as, this has nothing to do with the relationship stuff, but it's more about, it was a video about jealousy, right? I was like, there's no rhyme or reason to my jealousy. Like, I can honestly say that I don't think that jealousy is a negative thing. Like, it can be, but I feel like it's an involuntary emotion that you cannot prevent. Like, you could possibly get jealous. That don't mean that you're gonna actually do anything to harm anybody or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, my friend could get a Bentley. I don't want a Bentley, so I'm not jealous. My friend could get a Toyota. I don't want a Toyota so I'm not jealous. My friend's boyfriend could buy her a freaking Ford Focus, and I'm like, hey, I want my boyfriend to buy me a Ford Focus. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not about the actual car or the thing. Like, it's just about the meaning behind it. So like you said, there's a lot of value in a broke guy giving you his last dollar. You like, damn, he fuck with me like that. He gave me his last dollar. Or you have a millionaire who's like, these bitches is going and fucking him and he won't even pay for the Uber. You know?
Future type shit. You pay your own flight to come get.
I'm good love.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
so
Word.
there's the cheap, the broke, the liar. So there's the liar who is the guy who say he gonna do all of this stuff, but he don't do shit, right? I've gotten caught out there like that before. I talk about this all the time, like the dude that I've been with for a long time. When I first met him, he's a liar. Like, meaning
Not
like,
even a liar, but a liar.
right. I've gotten so much money out of him, but it doesn't matter. He still lied about the things that he said he was going to do when I first got with him, right? So, like, when I first got with him, he asked me, first conversation, I was hooked. I'm like, oh, he talking money, okay. He's like, so how much your rent? I'm like, $1,100. This was 10 years ago, right? So this was like 2 years ago.
she said it like a 1100.
$1,100.
Sound like he had some
Plain
door knockers
white.
on when you
Okay.
said that.
So
Pop in your
he was like, all right. He's like, so I guess I'm gonna have to put that 1,100, sneak that 1,100 in your bag every month, right? I was like, Like in my mind, I'm like, yes, I caught one, you know? 10 years later, I tell everybody, I said, you know, $1,100 never popped up in my bag. Like, it don't matter. He done gave me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars over the years. I don't care. What happened to the $1,100 waiting for
once
the
you set a
pop up in my bag?
standard,
He was one of the dudes that would say that because he know that's what you want to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's the same way that y'all might go looking for something in particular. Men might know how to play that, navigate that same field, just like
I
you.
say that all the time.
But
Like,
here's
we all setting
here's
up
the
stuff.
double standard, though. It's not acceptable for a man to do that versus for a female to do that.
To
A
do
female
what?
can whisper you sweet nothings all day, and he's
Oh, yeah.
the man's supposed to gobble it up.
Yeah.
But soon as he whispers sweet nothings to get in your drawers, he a fuck boy.
Yeah.
What's
Clown.
the difference, man?
yeah.
Right,
The
because
same
I'm
shit.
always lying and saying like, "Oh, I'm a swallow,"
Wow.
Oh,
and
And then when it doesn't happen, he tight. When he can't, he's not supposed to be tight.
That is hilarious.
Bruh.
I'm always lying.
So you're the liar.
So you a liar, liar.
So y'all
too.
remember each other.
See?
Wait, and how long y'all was together for?
10
They remember
years.
each other.
Like 10 years.
That's why they work.
each other. Liar. They are liars.
Nigga, you didn't give me that 1,100. Why should I swallow? Right?
So if you gave it at 1,100, would you swallow?
No,
No.
I just don't want to.
Land. How the fuck you even gonna ask that?
That's a good question.
It
Yeah, it
was,
was
but
valid.
goddamn, bro.
I'm just saying.
sound like me.
Take the girl on a date
Oh my
first.
god.
Damn.
She brought it up.
He did say he was single. Goddamn.
Stick it here, man.
Out of line.
That is funny.
Y'all niggas is out of control.
Nigga, you said it.
Ask somebody. Oh, so you would just
No, I mean she brought it to the table, so
No,
I
I
felt like
so
it
it's
was
fair
open
game?
season.
It's fine.
Oh, it's open
It's
season.
not open season like that. Like I'm just saying, like I thought it was, it was okay to talk about.
Yeah.
oh, so he ain't give that 1,100, right?
Right, you need that right? How much is your rent now?
Yes, it's a little hot, but it's fine.
Alright.
No, but yeah, so those are the 5 guys, and I say, and the hunk in the trunk is self-explanatory. The cute guys, they feel like they don't got to do shit. The guys with great sex, they know they don't got to do shit. Girls be getting dickmatized.
Goo gaga.
All the
Right.
time.
So they don't have to do it. But like I said, single man, no kids is even worse than, you know, a single man with no kids, or a single man who lives alone, or a single man who doesn't have any baggage, like no ex-wife, no, you know, baby mamas
They-
lingering around.
They're like God to y'all, right?
His
page is still blank.
Yeah,
Like,
like he could do whatever he wants because all these
Basically,
girls,
his money's not going to anybody else but you.
what do you
No.
mean?
No,
no.
his
That's
money is being
one of the
kept
hardest
in.
Not right,
ones to
kept
get
to
money
himself.
from.
I'm
Like-
saying that, but that would be like a
Like
gold mine.
a nigga, no. But what she's trying to
saying-
say
No,
is
I get
like-
what she's saying,
like
but what
the-
I'm saying to
the guy,
a
like-
female, that would be like a gold mine.
yeah.
though.
Yes, it is a
That's-
gold
no,
mine.
that's what I'm
But what
saying.
she's saying
If
is
you
that
could dig deep enough.
Yeah,
it-
but I'm just
that's
saying,
if you
but
could
to
get
a
him
female,
to
that would be a
spend-
gold mine.
That's if you could get him to spend money on you. That's the thing.
So let's talk about the flip side of this.
The
so
women?
what are not even the women, but can you identify the guys that actually are willing to, like, you know,
What, to
Who's
give
easy
money?
to get money from.
right? Correct.
Okay, so easiest married men.
That's
That's a
crazy.
fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You see
Come
that
on,
in
that's-
every
come
TV
on.
show, bro. Like,
Come on.
They not willing to
That's
risk
hush
their
money. Like,
marriage.
shut up.
Listen, that's
Duh.
the reason why they pay for that's why prostitutes exist,
Man.
because they pay for silence.
For
So that's
discretion,
why
yeah.
a female can easily get money from a married man, because they're you're getting paid for your silence. You're not
you know
you're
how
not
much-
interrupting my shit.
You know how many married men I know who literally say like, "I'm looking for a girlfriend." Like, I want a girlfriend.
Yeah,
They have checked out of their marriage,
what?
and they're like, "Listen, I'm married. I'm gonna take care of you. I need a girlfriend, cause this ain't it." You know, like, but it's cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her.
And I'm not about to, or I don't want to look like the bad guy. I don't want to break up this household, these kids. Like, it's just too much.
It's a lot.
Let me ask you a question though. So in that scenario, say a woman came to you and asked you, like, what should she do in that situation? And when you said earlier that you gave your coupon example, in essence, she would be a side bitch.
Yeah, a mistress.
So if she came to you and was like, "Yo, what do you think I should do? This dude is married. He wants a girlfriend," and that would be the same situation.
yeah,
Would you tell her go for it?
no,
He gonna take care of her.
No, what I asked them is, can you handle it?
Right.
That's what I asked.
That's
him.
crazy how the elegance of the title changes.
I don't
For a
care.
boyfriend, that's a side bitch. For a married man,
I don't care
just
what the
mission.
title is. It's the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same
That's
thing.
hilarious.
Okay, you know how many girls come to me and be like, there's plenty of girls that come to me and be like, oh, I met this dude, but he married, whatever. And I'm like, the funny thing is you don't need the money. So since you don't need the money, what you really doing it for? You know what I'm
leave it
saying?
alone.
Like, do you really think that this is about to be your boyfriend? Like, you really want to put yourself on hold for this guy to be like your
I think
whole?
She could be doing it
Not
for a good
leaving
time.
his wife.
I think
Right.
the thing about it is with
What?
a lot of females is they feel like they're gonna be the first exception to the rule.
Oh, yeah,
Or I can take this
Right,
dude
exactly.
out of this household and
exactly.
keep him
Correct.
for myself.
Plenty of
For the thrill as well. Just
That-
the thrill of, they can take.
But then it's
or
like, why would you
attempt
want to
take
do
another
that?
man.
Because how you got him is how you probably.
But
gonna
they don't
lose him.
understand that because again, like I said, they feel
mean,
like
you
they'll
probably
be the
won't
first
lose him.
exception to the rule. No, because they'll feel like they're the exception to that rule too. Ain't nobody good enough to take him from me. I
Right.
could take him from whoever, but nobody could take him from me.
Plenty of
That's
women
how they
like
think,
that.
bro.
So plenty of women do think like that. I've been a mistress before to a married man. I followed all the rules. Not that he gave me any, but I made the rules for myself, because I didn't want to, kind of get in too deep, rather, you know. So I created those boundaries. If anything, I will tell you, as somebody who's been with married men before, they are probably the most reckless. They're more reckless than single dudes.
Like record size as in sloppy.
I'm putting you in the apartment next door, in the building next 2 hours.
For the convenience.
I'm putting
That's
you on my
foolish.
family plan with me and my wife. Like I'm
Very sloppy.
Like I'm super. Oh, you can
what's wrong
come
with
to.
Why the fuck would you
Like,
do
oh,
that?
me and my wife gotta
Who's
go on
doing this
vacation.
shit?
You could come and I'm gonna put you in another room. Type shit.
Can I ask you this?
Nah, I didn't do all of this stuff. I'm just saying.
All right. But what type of? Does it matter what type of nationality these?
After you always going back to these
Always
things.
No.
I'm asking a question.
No,
It could be white man.
Disclaimer.
It could be black. I'm asking.
White men are.
I'm asking the question.
I feel like white married men give the most money. White men are still have the throne of best sugar daddies. Like on a whole. Now, yeah, they have like this new thing. Oh, African guys have a lot of money. The Arab guys have a lot of money. They be spending a lot of money, whatever. But
Russian
white men
guys and
still have that title because they're the most consistent and they're not as I don't want to say disrespectful.
Demanding?
Demanding, but also they're not as
They respectful. That's what you're saying.
yeah, like
Demonstrative? Is that the word you look for?
no,
I
I
think
want
she
to
means
say
like
that
they
they're
don't
kinda,
want. They don't make you feel like you ain't like
Right.
you below their wife.
but also that they're not pressed for the sex, so they there's like a level
Or they
of
really
respect.
looking for companionship.
Yeah, like there's a little.
I think that's the
there's a
old
little bit
dudes.
more.
Yeah, like
Old
I can't talk about this with my wife.
Right. No, like I would say black guys are super disrespectful when it comes to like just how they handle certain things. Like I always say there's a respectful way to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no boundaries. Like I don't know about the Arab guys. They just be having some crazy ass fetishes like the Arabs and the Indians. They be having some crazy fetishes, like crazy for real. Yo, they joking. Woo! And then
Like fart in my face type of
And then
shit. I pay you for that. Like type of shit
yeah,
like that.
like I want to smell your smelliest panties.
Yeah, shout out to a little side note. Shout out to my boy Mo because he got this "How You Living" series. He talks about what was it
The
The dominatrix? Oh, because I was
Yeah,
wondering,
yeah.
she was talking about smelly panties. I'm like, Mo did not talk about no smelly panties.
Well, but
But-
she does all of these things though in terms of like the feet fetishes and
Okay.
then the spiking and
Yeah,
the,
son.
Yeah, I mean,
they
she's a
do-
dominatrix.
They do all of that. You feel me?
Niggas
So that's
pay
why.
her to smell her.
Yeah,
feet.
bro. It's
Yeah, there's a
crazy.
lot of there's a lot of different types of fetishes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's why I always say when girls will be like, "I need me a sugar daddy," I'm like, "Bitch, shut up," because you really don't know what all that
What
entails.
is
What's in
Yeah.
turn?
They only
Because it
looking at the money.
depends on the guy.
Yeah.
You have a guy. You may have a guy that just wants to go to dinner. You may have a guy.
All right, how often does that really happen though?
What?
The guy that just wants to go to dinner and just talk to you all day.
No.
give you
And
money.
it's not that. And it's not that that's all they want. It's just that they are willing to
Spend that
flesh
time.
it out, like, and wait for it to grow into like
To
a whole
basically
real
date
relationship.
you.
Yeah. So there are some types of guys like that. Like when I got my sugar daddy, he was like that. It took me
They
a
like the
couple
build
of months.
up. They like the build
Yeah,
up.
it took me a couple of months to have sex with him. By the time he started getting
But-
fidgety and he wanted to have sex, I'm like, now you gotta ask yourself, like, is it worth having sex? Like, do I throw him back in the water or do I renew, this money train? I renewed it, so.
Let me renew this lease real quick.
I was like, fuck it. I was like, I fucked for less before. you
You
know?
stupid.
Because he had already given me so much money.
So the whole time frame of while quote unquote dating, he was giving you money.
Oh, yeah. Like, most of these guys, I met him on Sugar Daddy website, so he knew what it
Oh,
was.
is it? Oh, shit.
Sugar Daddy
Sugar
website.
Yeah, they actually exist. I know that.
He said, I know.
From-
Bro.
Yeah.
So this
I know-
is from a personal experience?
Yeah,
No,
so that
signed
means
up on
she
there?
was a
my
sugar
my ex girlfriend
baby,
told me
right?
about
That's what
this.
that is?
I'm not gonna put it out there, but not her, but her. Some females that she.
So my ex.
Oh,
like
the
there was
birds
mad
of the
enough them.
feathers?
Yo, don't be disrespectful. man.
Actually, a white girl told me about the Sugar Daddy website when I was like 20.
Was it sugardaddies.com? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's so many different.
I know there's so many.
There's so many different ones.
Okay.
They're oversaturated now. Yet again, I got in when it was good. Now I just know how to talk to dudes and to get what I need. But back then, I was getting in when it was coming up, So like now, they done got all the scammers, the prostitutes, the this, all on the page now. Like it's hard to sift through. But it still works. My friend actually texted me the other day and was like, "Oh, I met this dude on the Sugar Daddy website. He's actually black." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go out with him." So she starts telling me about him. I was like, "Oh, he sounds familiar." I was like, "What's his name again?" She says his name. I was like, "Oh, I went out with him." This was years ago. I'm talking like almost 10 years. And he's still on there. So then she was like, "You really went out with him?" I was like, "Yeah, he's fine, girl." I was like, but he different, he want to know what you're doing with your life and all this stuff and whatever the case is. So then she was like, "Oh, so he's not going to be easy, right?" I was like, "No," but she went out with him anyway. And then she was like, she texted me and was like, "Girl, he gave me $200. After the date, they ain't do nothing. They just went out to eat. He gave
like
me $200. Yeah, he gave me $200.
Foolishness is this?
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry. He
So I mean, I heard.
I'm
They
sorry.
want this. That
How
was their
does
first
that-
date.
Yeah, but he's older.
How old? Like 80?
No,
Yeah,
like 50.
Hey, girl.
50?
Take this $200, get
50
your hair
something.
done. Like,
Bro.
What?
50-year-old and he just gave her $200 after a first date. Like, cool, chill.
that
See,
nigga
but
gotta
y'all are
wait for transit.
young. That's
Nah,
why
ain't
y'all.
Even
nothing to
when
do
I'm
about
50,
young,
that ain't
dog.
happening.
Ain't nothing to do about
It
young.
don't.
He probably worked for
Nothing.
transit.
So wait,
He's a lawyer.
I don't
So?
care.
No, you said he
I
said he
could
worked
be-
for transit.
wait. So before we actually wrap up with this segment, I'm curious to know. So y'all both mutually decide to end this sugar daddy relationship, or like?
Oh, I stopped fucking with him when he stopped giving as much money. I just fell off.
What'd you say? Yo, you $1 short?
No. What happened was he always used to, I used to set up my little hardship. Oh, I need whatever. And then the first time that he ain't come through with the money on a promise, I was like, I guess it dried up. On to the next.
The first time?
Because he was already getting on my motherfucking nerves.
Oh, well then.
But how's he getting on your nerves?
He was like,
If he's giving you money, how could he get on your nerves?
He
because
could have bought
Because
it
you
back.
don't like him, so it's like,
Wow.
this is not the nigga you want to text you. When he's texting and like, hey, sweetie,
Wow.
you're like,
And this is somebody
fuck out
you
of
was
here.
sleeping with?
I only had sex with him 3 times.
Out of 10 years?
But that's-
in 1 year, 3 times, like 20 minutes apiece,
All right, so if you had to put a number, how much you think he gave you in that 1 year?
like 50,000.
Woo!
It was like 48 because he
Nigga.
was paying my tuition. He was
And he
paying my
came up
rent.
short. What?
No, but
Son.
I mean, not to sound bad, but she is a female. that doesn't like a guy.
Bruv.
When you know when a female doesn't like,
Right,
it's
we're like,
it's like, oh, this nigga texting me now, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but this is different. He gave her $48,000.
Bands?
she's a female again.
It was
Activism,
over
right.
10 months. I talk about it in the book. So in the book, I
That's an average
chronicle
of
every.
$5,000.
Yeah, exactly. In
That's a lot
the
of
book,
money.
I chronicle the different types of guys that I dealt with who were giving me money, so that girls could see like the different types of situations I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like one was a sugar daddy, one was the first guy who ever. Before I ever got money from a guy, I was a sugar mama. I was buying my boyfriend everything from the tip of his head
But
to the
then
tip
you're
of
not
his
a
toe.
sugar mama if that's your man.
No, he wasn't doing shit. I was a sugar mama.
That was your man.
I was a sugar mama.
But that was your man. Y'all was a thing,
I
a
was
relationship.
a fucking trick. I don't know. Whatever you want to fuck. What is it when the
This
woman
was
I guess,
in a
you
pays
could,
for
I guess,
everything?
I guess you could say trick.
What is it when the
But
woman
that's her
pays for
man,
everything?
though.
Nah, you're in a
But,
relationship.
but she's saying that
doing
he
it
was
for
not
me.
doing anything though.
He was.
Yeah,
he
I
was,
think that's classified.
he was
as a
giving you
trick.
sex.
Yeah, but see,
See, that's what we was talking about.
that time-
That's what we talking about.
at that time in my life, I just wanted him on my hip. I didn't want him to go nowhere. I wanted him in my back pocket.
That's what I'm
I didn't want him to
saying.
go
So
nowhere.
when a guy does it, you know what I'm saying, it's like, all right, I'm fucking you or whatever, and let's just say I don't want to do nothing for you no more. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just gonna be like, oh, this nigga's not just gonna give me money no more, and then you're gonna start talking bad about him. So it's like the reverse with you, because let's just say you stop giving him something. You think he's just gonna leave you, or you think he's
No.
just gonna play you? No.
I don't know. No, because it wasn't like that.
Exactly. But you see, like what you said, well, it was your man, so it's not the same.
No, he
But
didn't leave me.
Females who be in that situation that's in the reverse, when they have a man that's paying for everything, and he like slows up and be like, look, we can't do this today, or we can't do this month, or whatever.
Oh, you saying
then
that she
they
gonna
start
leave?
they start getting like
Antsy, like
antsy,
I gotta
like,
get out of here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what Phresh was
Oh,
talking
you
about.
saying that when it's the other way around, when women are the one paying for everything, guys don't just automatically leave her as soon as she, she stops.
like
and if he does,
that's
he
what
a
he
fuck
was,
boy.
right? That's what he was
He
looking
this,
for.
he that, and the
yeah,
other.
and I did all of this for you, and now
Word.
you want to leave me for some other bitch, or you don't want to be
I
in
be
this
seeing a
relationship?
post, another post. Shit, might be one of yours. At this rate, I don't know.
What was the post?
The post that says, I don't know word for word what it says, but it's like too many women building up men for the next bitch, or some foolishness
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That wasn't you, right?
That was
No,
you.
no. I actually don't have a problem with that. And when I say building up, I mean I believe in moderation, right? I believe in if you're dealing with somebody and you can help them out, because I'll do it for anybody. It doesn't have to be a guy. It could be a girl. It could be a friend. It could be whatever. I'm gonna share whatever knowledge I have, as long as this person is showing me that they're willing to help themselves. You know what I mean? So if I assisted him or motivated him to get where he needs to be, and then at the end of the day, I wasn't the one that he wasn't supposed to be with, I'm cool with that. Like,
Right.
I'm cool
You're not bitter.
with him moving on to the next girl, because I kind of feel like
A lot of
I feel
women
like
are
that's
not
just
cool.
a
We actually-
natural thing, though. Like,
What?
because if
A
you
lot of
didn't
women are
learn
not cool
nothing
with
from
that.
your previous relationship
Right.
and you move
We-
on, my nigga, what you doing?
Nah, but
We
it's not
actually
about,
spoke
we're not
about
talking
that,
about
though.
learning.
Yeah, remember that
like
text?
assisting, helping, like
Right.
Remember that thing that we talked about on the other
What?
with the text, with the guy texting his ex-girlfriend say thank you.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
about to
yeah,
get
yeah.
married.
Oh, right,
It's like it's like something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No,
would you?
that's not
If your
something
man,
like that.
if your husband was about to text his
Yeah,
ex,
that's actually
that,
completely kinda
would you be
It's
okay
not-
with that?
It's not that.
No, I'm
bro.
okay with that, because guys do that to me now. Like, I'm always the girl who like gets like levels a guy up, and then I don't want them no more, because after that it's like I'm
build a
build a
nigga.
bear. Like, I kind of
Build a
like
nigga.
built you up, and now I don't want to fuck with you no more, because I had to do too much. Like, but now you package perfectly.
So
for
there's
the
guys
next person.
who have their girlfriends or getting married and they text you and they thank you.
Yeah, like,
And-
literally guys have said like, yo, I'm everything that I am. Like, I can't believe that you ain't want to be with me. Like, I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm who I am today because of you.
Right, but they have to also understand that you're exhausted at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time you got
Yeah,
there.
that's what she
why.
said.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
Great.
But what I'm
she
saying,
said was,
what I'm
wish
saying,
y'all the best of
but
luck.
but what I'm saying, would you? So that means you wouldn't get mad if your husband if he texts his ex that because all right.
Nah, it's
No,
a
because
completely different thing. We're gonna talk. We'll show you the text that we reference on that.
No, I
last
know what you were
episode.
talking about.
No,
The-
she
no,
knows.
that he's talking
No, the
about.
Yeah.
text on the internet where he texts the woman to say, you know, thank you so much for basically showing me everything that
Right.
I'm.
I think she probably know because it was a viral.
No, yeah,
Well, probably,
I saw
but
it.
that's still not the same thing that we talking about. You can't compare those two things.
What?
Yes,
what are
we
you
could.
talking about?
Nah.
Oh, you talking about what we talking about now?
The meme
Yeah.
that he was referring to about
What?
building, building
Right,
somebody
like
up
the
instead
topic
of-
we was talking about, that text
Okay,
thing kind
okay.
of is like over here.
right.
I get what you mean because he's
It's
saying
not the same.
about the meme about building the guy up for the next girl.
Right,
Right.
'cause that's
I-
not really the thing.
I'm
But
okay
it's still
with that.
he still texted for building him up though.
Yeah.
That's
so it is the
different,
same
though,
thing.
bro.
I guess in that aspect, he's talking about
Oh
the
my
very
God.
ending of it.
Okay, so let
You
me.
having a moment.
I'm gonna show y'all a video. I'm gonna show y'all a video of exactly what he's talking about. That I think it relates directly to what you're saying. Y'all can keep talking. I'm gonna try to find it so I could tell you.
He waiting on you.
Yeah, yeah. But
We're about to move to the next segment.
we should do the stoop breaker.
Yeah, that's what we're about to do. No.
Because there's a video that I posted saying like that I am perfectly okay building a guy up because if I feel like nobody deserves a bum. Like
Right.
I feel like no girl
Agreed.
deserves a bum. So since nobody deserves a bum, then what's the big deal of, you know, helping a guy
Helping the guy level
out?
up.
You know, and people are like, no, I don't want to help no guy for the next girl. I'm like, listen, I'll do it for anybody, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Some females are just very bitter at the end of the day.
Okay.
And
So
then
this-
what might be a bump for you might not be a bump
Right.
for somebody else.
True. This is the video. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Let me start it. Hold on.
Just want to say that I really think that women are so selfish. They're very fucked up towards each other. Because there's something that women always say. I'm not fixing no guy up for the next bitch. And I am perfectly okay with fixing up a guy for the next bitch. Because truthfully, nobody deserves these motherfucking bums. If I fix up a guy and we don't work out and he move on to the next bitch, I'm 100% okay knowing that another chick looked up on a refurbished man. I feel like we all need to be helping reupholster these motherfuckers. It's not a waste of time. You putting good energy into the universe. See, but where you fucked up at is that you did all the work. I'm only helping to bring somebody to their own fullest potential. I'm gonna teach them how to fish. I'm not gonna feed them. I help anybody I can, guy or girl. Get your shit together and be the best person you can be for the person you meant to be with. And if that ain't me, okay. Usually after I build a dude up, I don't even want him no more anyway. I set his ass free. I need somebody who's self-motivated. And I don't got time to be motivating myself and motivating you. So I set you up a little bit and you can go find somebody else. Because truly, you're not even really my speed no more. But I was happy to help. Just want to say that
That's
That
what
shit
you
was
was
funny.
talking about, right?
That shit was funny.
But
I
what
like
I
that.
was more so referring
You was in your
to
bed when
about
you did that. You
is
just
the
woke
fact-
up and did that, right?
No, I was in the car.
Oh.
But why I mentioned that is basically because more often than not, there are women that do quote unquote build men up. Mm-hmm. But more often than not, it's the man that's building up females and putting them in a better position than they was in when they got to him.
Okay,
But
so
nobody don't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like try to say nothing about that.
okay, this is what I think for, and I'm not going against what you're saying because I could understand what your perspective is on that. I would say that for men, they feed us. For women, we teach them how to fish. There's a difference, like what I was saying, you know, like because men, they'll give you mad money, they'll show you a lifestyle, they'll do all this stuff, and when they ain't fucking with you, they pull that shit right from underneath your goddamn feet, and you fucked up. Like
It depends on what they doing.
well, yeah, it's rare that a guy, but it's not only the guy's fault. Sometimes it's the woman's fault. They asking for the wrong things. You know what I mean? So they keep on asking for the bags and the shoes and the clothes and the hair and the trips or whatever when they should or could be asking for tuition or
Right.
you know
I
money to
was gonna
start a
reference that.
business or money to do this. You know, go to school, whatever. So. Yes, you know, and sometimes by the time they even realize that they asking for the wrong shit, he already on to the next one. So now she fucked up. But women, we are the ones that are fucking filling out applications for niggas. We're up there freaking fixing their resumes. We're freaking dropping you at the interview. We're buying the clothes for the interview. We're like doing things to try to get you on your feet. Some women do it a little too much, you know, and then some women, you know, just...
You sound like you dealing with a nigga that just got out.
No,
Hey, what the fuck?
and that's possible
Like
too.
you just got out of jail.
You know how many
goddamn
people
it.
fuck with people in jail or just got out of jail or got all types of criminal records
Yeah,
and all
nah,
that
I'm saying,
stuff?
but at the same time too, just to give a rebuttal on that, you got men that's helping women build their credit. You got men that's sending women to school, shit like that. Is that
That's not in
equivalent?
abundance. Not like single
You got
men with
men
no.
who
Who's
put
to say
girls
that that's
in
in
therapy.
abundance or not?
That's helping.
Who's
No.
to say that that's in abundance
Listen,
or not?
not
Just
in
like
relationships. Okay, there's
How you
guys who's
know?
doing that because the guys that as a woman, there's plenty of guys out there doing that. They're married. They're in a relationship already. They are probably famous, rich. You know, like they have baggage. Like they'll do it because it's nothing. Like they doing it. That's what they're doing in exchange for whatever they want from you, or because they
What
feel
about
like,
the
oh, this
guys
is my
that
shorty
just-
or whatever. This
So
is one
she's
of my
saying
bitches.
that the average Joe is unlikely that he would be.
But I'm saying who's to say that? Because just the same way.
Women, the girls who are looking for men.
So what about the men that's saying that women ain't do none of those things you named for them? Can we now say that what you described is not in abundance either, based on whose experience?
I feel like there's at least, I think every guy could name somebody in their life that they like, nah, she was like, I feel like every guy could name one girl who like was trying to hold them down in some way. Like
Hold
that.
them down to what?
Oh shit!
Stoop
Build them up, hold them down, you know.
And you don't feel like women could do the same, that there was at least one guy that was holding them down?
Matter of fact, they
no,
can
but
name
trying
more
to
than one.
actually be together. That's
No.
what I mean.
So
I
that
think-
then
I
falls.
think
Hold
they
on,
can name
active.
more
I'm
than
gonna get it right now. That falls into the type of men that you going after. You got this book sitting right here on how to go get men from money from sugar daddies. How
That's
you gonna
one
settle down with a
chapter.
sugar daddy?
That's one chapter. Okay.
How you gonna settle down with a sugar daddy? So
Okay.
does
I don't
what
think
you
it was
going
her-
to
she
look
had
for?
intentions to settle
I know,
down.
but it's relevant to what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What
So
you're saying is true. You cannot expect certain things from certain guys.
So then how
like
can
if
you
you're
now
looking
say
for a
what you're
sugar
saying?
daddy, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, you can't expect like relationship type stuff out of him, right?
Exactly.
But if you're in a relationship, so like there's chapters in the book that say like finances in a relationship. Relationships are not free. They're like there's chapters about being in a relationship, right? So
I like that. Relationships are not free
they're not.
for nobody though.
No, exactly.
Not just for, not just for nobody.
I know.
Thought you had a friend.
Yeah.
No. They're not free. I know they're not free. I want them to be on you.
So then it's free for you. What I'm saying is it ain't free for you either.
No, but but free is like not always literal. You know what I mean?
Right, I know what you
Because
mean.
sometimes the labor is more like I could honestly say I have penis envy. I really wish that I had a dick. Okay?
Why? Why?
2 reasons. Number 1, if all I had to do was make money and I had a bitch cook, clean, suck my dick,
But who said
you know,
that's happening?
This is the biggest misconception I feel.
Who said that's happening? That's all you got to do.
Are you paying everything?
I don't have to be paying
Them
everything.
girls,
No,
they
but
got
this is
girls
what I'm
that
saying.
don't know
I
how to
said
cook.
it-
though.
There's
And
the
even if you were
biggest-
paying everything, it's not to say that a female's gonna do all those things anyway.
You pick
Facts.
the person that does all of that. Duh. Which if you the man with the money and all you got to do is pay, you get to pick the person
So
who
let
does
me
all
let
of
me
that.
ask you a
No,
But
question.
I don't want the person that's all that she wants, a man that pays everything. I don't want that person.
Right.
No, I was saying if I was a man,
Right. I get
all
what you're
I
saying.
would want to do is pay for everything and every single other thing get
Really?
taken care of me,
I
taking
still
care of
think
me. Everybody's at like
That's your female mentality speaking for what you think you would want as a man. As
So
a man,
basically she
ain't
would
no
want a
man.
housewife.
gonna-
But to defend her, there are
men
that would prefer that.
Let me
route
tell
that are
you
in
what
that
type of
position.
And they're
men
probably
those are.
abusive.
They're
They probably knock you dead in your face.
abusive,
and say,
controlling,
Controlling,
manipulative.
yes. 'Cause they feel
Those
like-
are who. Is
Right,
that true?
right.
Like Diddy said, take
We
that,
spoke
take that,
about this
take
before.
that.
We spoke about this in the prior episode because of the fact that
Bitch,
they feel
you
like
don't
they have
have
this
a
power.
mouth.
They have this
No,
power.
no,
They
to
have
have
the
a-
backing.
What you
Very
said?
rare
You
spoke
would
about
find like a
Look at
solid
Ike.
If you know you got a woman 100% dependent on you, she don't have all the power.
But she don't have to be dependent.
You got a child.
She doesn't have to be dependent. So,
Listen,
okay.
if I'm paying everything,
you don't have a mouth.
dependent on me.
That doesn't mean she doesn't work.
I'm not. If I'm paying everything, you ain't having your own money.
Why?
Because I'm controlling.
I take care of
That's the
everything.
thing. I said if I was a man, this is how I would deal with it. If I was a man,
Again, this is your female mentality
No.
speaking.
But I would not want her to work. I just want
So what is
all
she
the
working
shit
for?
So what's she working for?
For herself. Whatever she
Again,
I take care of
your
everything.
Female
I
mentality
take care of everything,
speaking.
though.
You want your
But we
cake
may
and
not
eat it
work
too.
out. I don't want her fucked up.
What are you talking
How
about?
you fucked up if
how?
you paying for everything? You not
If
fucked
we
up?
don't work out, I don't want her fucked up because she was being my goddamn slave. While
But if
I
she's
was-
doing everything, she won't have time to
You
work.
was an employee.
No. There's plenty of women who cook, clean, fuck, do all of that stuff and work.
Where?
Really?
What generation you're talking about? The 60s? The
don't know, man,
70s?
yo.
Cutty, I told you to
Maybe
be careful
even
with
part
that.
time. No.
Like 10 hours a week?
Okay, wait. So that's what,
No, they selling hair.
Wait.
Facts.
Or they
First of
putting
all-
lashes. They
What's
doing
wrong with
lashes.
First of all,
They doing lashes.
first of all,
That
10
makes
hours-
sense
Using the
now.
money that their husband or boyfriend pays
Facts.
for.
First of all, 10 hours of their day go to Meg Thee Stallion and the City Girls.
up.
Okay? That's 10 hours of their day
But nah,
right there.
All seriousness though.
Wait.
Stoop Talk is a comedy central. We are
Yeah,
joking,
of
folks.
course.
Disclaimer. We
Of
are not,
course.
but
I'm not.
on
Wait,
a
so-
serious note.
Wait, so that was one reason. One reason is because I have penis envy because I wish that I would, if I could just make money and everything else get taken care of me. That's how I would live.
But you can
my
do that
life.
as a woman as well, but continue.
No, I know, but I don't. No.
Wait,
I don't want
what?
to. Right? No, but it's not
But that's
easy
not
to
ha-
find
but
because
you
it's
shouldn't
not
have
easy to
penis
find a
envy.
guy who does all of that.
Because
stuff.
then when she goes home, she would not get fucked. She
And
would
no,
have to fuck him.
But also, yeah, I
Fuck
would
her, you
feel
mean.
like now I'm gonna feel
Oh,
like he a
yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
But okay, the second reason is because I feel like yes, women can use their pussy to get money, right? We know that. Prostitution, we could get
Several
guys
different
to,
ways, yep.
Not even
Give us
prostitution,
money.
just
like, yeah, give us
Just
money.
having a pussy.
Just the idea of having a pussy, like we could get money out of guys, all of that. Guys can live a free life for their whole entire lives without ever having to work because they got a dick.
what?
Yes. You know
There's
how
niggas
many
that can do that, bro.
You
Go
know
to the
how
gym,
many
stay in shape, all that shit, and a
men
female
could
will
go and
fucking
live
melt.
with a woman, don't have to pay no rent his whole entire life. He could hop from woman to woman.
But
There's
who really
always
You gotta
Where?
find these women.
No, there's always a woman that wants that companionship.
Where?
You know how many?
Vulnerable women,
Yeah.
ATL?
women that
'Cause I
just
go-
got out of a marriage,
Because they running out of men over there.
you
So
gotta be a
it gotta
gigolo.
be an ATL.
women that just got out of a marriage. You could probably get that shit quick.
Yes. What? Yes. Divorced women, older women,
Widows.
Widows. But
Italian?
women
Yeah,
around
white
my
women.
women around my age that want to get married or have a kid and all of that stuff, and they feel like if they don't lock down and have a relationship
the
soon,
same time,
then
yeah.
they're gonna look like they
I
a
know women-
failure.
I know women your
or the
age.
super successful,
frantic
overly
women.
independent women who don't want. I always say, overly independent woman
Yeah,
is
that's
very
actually one of the topics we're going to get into.
good. It's
Yeah.
very enticing to a bum. She don't want nothing, and he don't got nothing. But she.
You see, yet for your age, you're a different type of because.
Your age, I mean, y'all the same age, so I don't understand.
All right, relax, bro.
But he
I-
meant
I-
for a woman.
Yeah.
He was just let him talk, bro.
Go ahead.
Didn't mean to cut you off, but that's what he was saying.
Nah,
No,
but-
sorry to cut you off. but-
No, it's not about. It's not about cutting me off. It's like women that's your age that I know. I think you're different. You're a different 33 than
In what sense?
of how she's thinking and how she's.
What are the other women thinking at my age?
They
Yeah,
ain't
that's-
writing
that's what-
fucking cheat codes.
But they reading it. They reading them cheat codes.
Yeah, like
But
they
then they
got-
gotta
they don't
be
got-
able to apply the shit.
Yeah.
That's how they can.
If they're that age, they know how to apply it.
No, they're still scared. We'll get into that though.
Yeah, that's what
At
I'm
that
saying.
age, still scared.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't want to look. This is women's
that's what I'm
biggest
saying.
fear.
She's different from the 30.
Yeah.
You know, she's a different type of 33.
Women's biggest fear is I don't want him to think of me like, I'm like, who fucking cares? All right.
No,
First
but
of
they
all,
got the no, but
I'ma
there's
write a
most.
Yo,
There's
that
most
I'ma
girls
tell
who
men,
don't-
yo, listen, when she asks you for this money, don't give a fuck about what she gonna think about you.
Facts.
Tell her ass, no.
Move
Go
up.
to work. Move up. Go to work.
Move the fuck
Yo,
up.
get it, Bob.
Okay,
Move up, yeah.
wait. Hold on. Before we move forward, wait. Before we move
know
forward,
the
I want to ask all of y'all. What type of giver are you? Do you spend any money on girls? I want to ask all of you.
No. I don't spend money on girls. I
spend money on my girl.
Oh, my girl, yeah.
Okay, your girl.
We Macaulay Culkin. My girl.
All right.
Other
she
than
has-
that-
what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, of course.
What that mean?
Wow.
Here we go with the
What that mean?
Zodiac.
Because I'll tell you
Cancers
this,
are cheap.
I'm not a
Answer-
typical Cancer, and I'm not cheap, but I'm not frivolous with my money. Like
No,
I'm
no.
just not giving away money because I got it. What the fuck you doing
No,
for me?
cancers are not cheap with themselves. Okay.
I'm not cheap with somebody that I'm involved
No,
with,
no,
but
no,
if
they
I'm
gotta
just
be in it.
dealing with you, you're not entitled to a motherfucking thing.
Right.
You got pussy and I got dick.
Okay.
Other than that, move up.
move up.
Move up.
Move up where?
Move
to the next nigga. To the next nigga.
No. Okay. Good
You're
example.
not doing that sucker shit.
Okay,
Because at
so-
the end of the
Not at
day,
all.
the way that I look at it,
The way
it's
you
all
was brought
fine
up.
and you don't gotta be cheap. But you don't gotta be throwing money on a woman just because y'all involved.
And that's
Yeah.
fine.
What are you doing for me?
Right.
That's a question that a man can ask as well.
Of course.
People seem to think that only females can ask that.
No.
What
Yeah.
are you doing for me? And that's not the case. So if
goes
I'm
both
with a
ways.
woman, my girl can have access to those privileges.
Right.
Outside of that, no.
And there's
even
nothing wrong
then,
with that.
that shit comes
No,
with
no, no. There's
stipulations. You be like,
absolutely.
That's talking from a non-cheater.
No,
you
no.
know what I'm saying? He's not a cheater.
So-
guys who are
Yo,
cheaters
bro,
will say that.
Even if I was, you ain't getting shit.
Yo, let me tell
You're in a relationship.
Yes.
Let me
Okay.
tell you something. I feel like before not to
Nada.
cut you off on Cutty and Phresh, but I feel like with a lot of females today, there's just this false self of
Of
entitlement, right?
course.
That's-
That
Absolutely.
you know
course.
they feel like
stealing my
well,
lines.
it's
He's
true.
sounding smart. I was thinking to
hurt.
myself.
He know what I
he
be
sounded-
saying. That's
he
what he
sounded
just said.
smart.
So he was able
Yeah,
to-
you was sounding smart
Whatever.
just now.
Whatever.
But
Anyways,
let us wait before you.
let me finish.
She was asking the question for everybody.
Yes,
though.
and I skipped the line. Anyways, like I was saying, I just feel like there's, with a lot of the girls out here, there's like this, false self entitlement, right? Where they just feel like, because, and we alluded to this earlier, because of the fact that we're dealing with each other, we're fucking.
reading.
They just think that
He was reading.
they can just they have access to this money. When in all actuality, I don't have to give you anything if we're just fucking around. If we just fuck.
Listen, this
It's
is
true.
a misconception.
Don't nobody
Yo,
owe you shit.
hold on.
This is the
Let's give
so
Lance
if he only
a-
talking about
a
fucking,
round
that
of
means
applause.
he's just a penis giver.
This is the misconception. The misconception is that, and maybe some women do think that they have that entitlement or whatever, right? For me, I really don't care about how much access I have to your money or how much you're going to give me or whatever. My mission is to make sure that she can ask you. Like, I don't care whether you give it to her or not. It's all about whether
If she's
she
comfortable
can
asking.
have the confidence in saying what she expects, what she needs, what she wants from you. You can say no, right? It's more about what the fuck are you scared for?
But is that level
So that's
of
just a
comfort based
confidence
on him
builder.
or is it
Exactly.
based on
That's what
her?
it sounds like.
Huh?
Right.
Is the level of confidence she has to ask based on him
That's what
or
I'm
based
saying.
on her?
Now, women are scared of the word no. I keep on telling them. For what? What are you scared of
You're
the
gonna
word
end up
no
right where
for?
you was anyway.
Because at the end of the day, no is no because you didn't ask, right? But also, I need to know the why behind the no, right? For him, if somebody just randomly ask him for something, he gonna be like, no, you not my bitch. You know what I mean? Like, for
Everybody that know me know.
right. So
I'm very vocal about this.
exactly. So, he could honestly say, we're not in a relationship. I don't feel comfortable giving somebody that I'm not serious with that type of money
it's
or
not
paying
even-
for that.
I'm not.
All right.
You see, I'm not gonna. Sorry, I'm not. I wouldn't go as far as saying that. I mean, because situations.
Saying what?
Hold on. Situations could happen. Let's say if we're and if I'm not, she's not my girl at the time. But let's just say, hold on. Let's just say she, comes to me, says, "Yo,"
But she has like
you
a
know, Lance, Bob,
tragic moment
some
or something.
shit. Well, whatever the case may be, right? I'm not
I
saying
could
that
give her
she
the money.
can't ask, but all I was alluding to was the fact that Just the whole, they just feel like they're entitled. And
No. That is true. That's a thing.
So I wouldn't say that I would never, do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that you can never give money to somebody that
He's
you're not
even
in a
saying you
relationship
can't ask
with.
him. He's just
but
saying
if
it's
y'all
no.
not serious like that,
Right.
If we're not serious on that level, because let's say you're not in a relationship, but y'all been dealing with each other for some time,
right?
And y'all are on the road to a relationship, then that's a different stipulation.
Correct.
But if we just on some friends with benefits, fuck buddy type shit, I'm not. No.
Wait, but you seem like, are you a relationship guy?
Yeah.
Yes. See, so you're a relationship guy. So,
but I have been single and young for a long time.
No,
too.
but I mean, like this. Sometimes
you're not young.
Some guys are relationship guys. You could not be in a relationship and still be a relationship guy, right? Because ultimately, that's your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is in a relationship. You want to find the right person to be with. There's guys who are like permanent bachelors, or long-term bachelors.
Sound like somebody. Hey Joe, how you doing?
Mr. One relationship my whole life.
Right. So
that's him.
Those guys,
I know my worth. By the way,
they may have a different outlook on it because they know that no time soon, nobody gonna be their girl. They're not looking for it. They don't care, whatever. So sometimes they pick and choose which girl they like the most. They might spend more money on this one, or they might, this girl may be the one that he really fuck with. They may not be in a relationship, but I fuck with her. If her car breaks down, if her tire gets flat, okay, I might give her, I might pay for her tire. If she need help with, her class
so basically, I'm treating it like it's a relationship, but we not in a relationship.
Exactly.
But I really fuck with you.
Right, there's some guys like that.
Let me ask this.
Wait.
Because, chill. Relax. Relax.
I'm telling you, relax.
Yeah, we've been putting Active in his place. I like this.
Because I'm sick and tired.
I'm
sick and tired of interrupting.
I like this. Okay, Lance.
So let me ask
Let
this.
everybody answer before you do that, though.
Answer what?
What she asked.
Her initial question.
What type of guy?
Me and Phresh answered already. So.
Okay.
That's
what type
I
of
was-
giver are you?
My girl, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, we kind of.
We all said-
Wait,
we
what's your
kind of all
size?
agree with
This
that
side
shit.
of the table.
We kind of have the
always-
similar
And
views.
you?
Yeah. You got to be my shorty. It's
No,
not
but what's your
happening.
sign?
Oh, I'm a Pisces.
Okay, so y'all the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
we actually a week apart.
What's your sign?
And he's just so fucking different.
Well,
Well, I'm big. Damn,
You a Leo?
son.
He's a Leo.
Damn,
I'm a
let me.
Leo.
Wait, you should have let me answer. I wanted to see something. Damn.
Oh, if I could guess
You're a
it?
Leo.
Yeah, but yes, I'm a Leo.
So what's your style?
I mean,
Curry.
he gives shellings.
I have females that ask me for prepping for.
Do you
because-
give money?
He only give.
Yeah,
he's only
yeah.
giving mixtapes. He's not giving money.
No, I have gave money before,
Okay, so for Leo
But-
guys,
but they always say they always gonna give it back. So
I owe you.
That's in her book. That's
Have
one
you
of the,
ever
that's
given-
one
gotten
of
it
the, that's
back?
one of the ways to get it.
but I had given money that I haven't got back. That I was like, nah, you know what? Nah, keep that.
Yeah,
That's for you.
I
But then you
I
dubbed
did
her.
that.
You
I did
dubbed her
that.
after that though. When you
No, I
didn't get your
didn't,
money
but
back,
after that
you cut her.
because at least for me, when a girl shows like, oh, I got your money, I'm like, nah, you know what? You keep that. That's for you. You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's so nice, Doctor.
I mean, I have done
Active is
that,
being
I
he
think
went
it's
to
rich.
see, but you see how there's different styles, right?
but I have done that before. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm
But all
saying.
right, what was the scenario as to why you had to do that?
I didn't have to
No, he
do it.
didn't have to.
Okay, why'd you do it? What was the scenario that you did it?
He just felt like it.
Yeah, because
Did you have a
she
feeling
was-
you were not gonna get it back?
I mean,
No,
it didn't
My
matter to
question
me.
is, what
testing her.
happened?
It didn't matter to me if I got it back.
It was a test.
I mean,
Why
you're
did she
talking
ask
to
you for money?
Why did she?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Nigga,
What was
Oh,
the reason?
You
because
talking
she
to a
was
big
in a
Willie nigga?
she needed.
Be careful what you say, Active.
Yeah,
Continue.
she needed for something, and I was like, all right, I got
So
you.
was it a
Why
dire
are you
moment?
telling him to be careful?
No, because a lot of people watch this Stoop Talk. I don't want to say the scenario because I don't want to put people's business out there.
Like, we gonna know.
Tested her.
No, but she would. You know what I'm saying? And probably somebody else. So
You tested Shorty. What you did was the okie doke. What you did was
I didn't okie doke
I'm
her.
gonna give her this money, but I want to see if she really gonna give it
I
back.
gave-
If she offer it back, I'm gonna sell it. She good and she.
You
good
know what's
with me.
crazy?
So,
if she
I
don't,
Is that not?
I gave
does that
money. I
not
gave money
fall
to
under
girls
the
I never had
category?
sex with though.
Okay, but I'm asking you, like, what was the scenario? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
don't wanna
what
divulge.
She
happened? that
needed. She had a
She needed
situation.
it.
This
She
I'm
had a
trying to figure
situation.
out what the situation is. For
He
him to
wanna
have gave the
know.
money.
He wants
That's what
to
I
know.
want
Huh?
to know.
because the situation matters.
Sound
Yeah,
like a
it does
Top
matter.
Shop run.
Stupid.
She needed it.
Situation
All I have
matters.
to say is that she needed it.
That'll mean shit to
Was
me.
it something that was gonna benefit you?
My first question sounds like, yo, I'm surprised you asked me because certain girls,
That's
certain
cold
girls,
for you
there's
shouldn't
certain
be asking
girls.
me. That's what that's
no,
for.
no, you're like the last option.
But there's certain
Was it
girls that
Sunday
it's
or
not
Monday
comfortable
morning after a
asking.
booking?
Exactly.
There's certain girls that's not comfortable asking, even if you fuck them or not. They not comfortable asking.
That's the whole book. That's
You know
what
what
the
I'm
book is about. Because I feel like, honestly,
I get what you're
if
saying.
you are, okay, like I said, it's not that you have to give it, but they should be comfortable enough to ask for whatever it is that they want to ask for. It may not be cash. Like some girls, they just so like some girls are airheads. I tell you all the time. I mean, I talk about this all the time. Like sometimes I'm like, she's never gonna fucking get it. Just pay for your own shit, please. Like call it a day, right? But for me, I'm the type of person that I just want to know what's the reason behind the no. If you say no, right? So I talk about this in the book about the different type of guys. So there was the first couple of guys, they was just giving me money. Then I got with a guy who I went on vacation and I came back. We was in a relationship. I asked him for the rent money. He was like, fuck no. He was like, did you just come back from vacation? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, so you done went on vacation and didn't handle your business before you left? Like you coming back and ask me for your fucking rent money while you was on vacation? Like, nah, like you don't ever do that shit again. Like you need to be more responsible.
So what you was gonna say about Leo guys?
1000%.
What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say that it's half and half with them. Some guys, some Leo guys, like women be tricking on them, like they don't do anything, like they just get everybody to give them stuff. And other times they are the giver. Like, cause I always tell women, do not ever do anything for Leo man, cause like you'll never stop.
Damn.
Wow. On that note,
Yeah, continue.
I think we're gonna go to the Stoop break,
Okay,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
and then
We'll
we're
go
gonna
to
get into
the
the last topic and
Yeah.
then wrap it up. But yeah.
Wow.
So before I do that, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. The name of the social media handle is called Stoop Talk Podcast. All right. Did I miss something? What?
Nah,
No,
it's
it was
the
something in
sound
the-
started.
Oh, the stand. Oh, okay. Yeah, Stoop Talk Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook, the Instagram. The Twitter is called Stoop Talk Pod. All right, so follow that. Go. Reshare. Clips that we have up. Stay up to date with the latest episodes that we got. Like what Phresh says, tell a friend, tag a friend. I said it right?
You got it right.
Yeah.
He was practicing.
Yeah. Nah, actually, I watched it yesterday. That's how I remembered. But yeah, so
What's in the
definitely do
cup?
that.
Shout out to Lance. He's been using words like oblivious and what's the word that you used just now? What's the like? He used your word just like you've been sounding real smart, my nigga. Like I like that.
Why
Keep
you
it up.
gotta do that to him?
Anyways,
Nah, fuck that. He tried to play me earlier.
It's time.
yeah.
for
So
the Stoop.
make sure you follow that. Stoop Talk Podcast. All right. We're gonna get into one of my favorite segments of the show. If you could cue that, active, the Stoop Talk, the Stoop
Stoop
Breaker.
breaker.
It's time for the Stoop Breaker.
Yeah. So Cutty, just to give you a little backdrop about what the Stoop Breaker is, it's basically like a question that's not in the talking points.
Okay.
It's like a silly brain teaser, right?
Okay.
We just go off the head, and we pretty much just it's a debatable question where we just pretty much put out there and we
Okay.
answer it real quick before we get into the next topic, right? So I think I'm doing the Stoop Breaker today, right? I am.
Let's get to
Okay,
it, bro.
so we'll get to it, right? The Stoop Breaker that I got today, it's pretty simple. I have a feeling I know what everybody's gonna say, so I'm gonna say it now.
Phresh, I think you should do it if we don't.
Nah, we
Go
don't.
look in your archive just in case.
For time, I spoke to him about this earlier.
Yeah,
We pressed for time.
so-
Stoop breakers I got is
Yeah, my
gotta
take.
talk.
Yeah, so we'll save
need
his
something cut
Fresh's
and dry,
yeah,
quick.
we'll save Fresh's one for next week. But anyways, so the Stoop Breaker for today is if a guy knows that he wants you from the jump, which is he more likely to do? You have to choose one of these options. Make you his girl or take it slow.
What?
Mm.
Like he was-
Want you how is my
Yeah.
first question.
That's actually what the post says. It doesn't get into specific.
But that's gonna matter. That's gonna make my answer
I'm gonna
different.
okay. So we'll say this.
All right, sexual.
No. We're not gonna say that. It's clearly not just sex that he wants, right?
All right, so I'm taking it slow.
Keds, what about you?
Take it slow. I'm not trying to make my girl just measure the fuck out of here.
I need to know what's going on.
I need to know who the fuck you are.
I bet your response is gonna be different. Cutty.
Lie and say that you his girl.
Wow.
I've heard that shit.
My thing.
You know how much girls gonna be like, yes, bitch, yes.
True.
They're gonna be
because they're gonna try to take you off the market, but they not really gonna be off the market. They're gonna take you off the market until they see if they really want to get serious with you.
So what if he's not playing? What if he all in? All the chips.
I ain't never met that.
What do you mean? Like from the
She
get go?
just said they gonna fake like they
gonna pump
in
fake.
a relationship with you, but they really not.
right.
But I'm saying, what if it's not?
So he's saying, what about if he is?
What
what if
there's
he's
somebody
serious and he
just
all in
like,
100%?
fuck
You
it,
gonna
this is
still
what it is?
I mean, I would love for all the other women who are listening to this to let me know if they ran into that. Most likely, y'all got married. Otherwise,
Nah, there's some guys like
feel
that.
overwhelmed because you'd be like, really?
They got a lot of hood
What
marriages.
they
though.
gonna do? The women that do ran into that, what they say is, yo, this nigga's thirsty. He on me too much. He gotta back up.
Yo.
No.
I ain't gonna
That's what
front. I ain't gonna front. Some men are scared of these. Some is like scared of y'all females because of stuff like that.
like what?
Like men that's really
The way
like
this generation
like they
is.
like you and they trying to show you that they like you, but now you're thirsty or you're doing too much or you're texting me too much or we
If
just
that's
trying
the case, she don't like him. Period.
Nah, there's,
Yes, like there's no girl who's calling a guy thirsty that she
There's
likes.
some females that don't like
No,
clingy though.
Cuddy is correct.
She's right.
She
But
is absolutely correct with that one because she that
clingy
means.
is something in this generation that is not in, bro.
But females,
Because
hold
she
on,
don't
right?
like
Exactly.
him.
Females don't call a person that they're interested in clingy.
Right.
Period. Clingy. Whatever
I don't
you call
know.
it.
I kind of disagree.
I agree
I can't
100%.
Nah,
with
you know why I
you.
disagree? Because I feel like it could be a time frame thing. A female could feel like she's so like, oh my god, I fucking love this nigga.
On the first
Month
day.
pass, 2 months pass, then she realizes like, damn, he's always with me.
That fad wear off.
Like, damn, this nigga's always by my side.
Then
Like,
she
I don't
don't
get no
like him
free space.
anymore.
What's that? The honeymoon phase?
I guess.
yo, let me tell you, it happens. You know, I'm not gonna say nothing from any experience I have, but I'm gonna say from people I've seen before. You know, like I know girls who was like, yo, I'm fucking with this guy, and then you know they be on some, yo, like this nigga just want to be with me everywhere or want to know everything, or no, they would say the one thing they would say they want to know everything or know what I'm doing, but I would ask them, is he asking you or he was like, no, he's not asking me. But I said, what was you doing before? Was you telling him what you was doing? And then when you stopped that one time he asked what you doing, you had a little attitude. Like you already gave him that
But
that
that's 9
pass.
times out of 10, she trying to do something sneaky.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You already gave him that pass by saying, oh, I'm over here, I'm by my mom, or I'm about to do my nails, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the one time you didn't say nothing, he asked you, oh, what you doing? You'd be like, this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying, but I don't know other people's personality. You know, other people, they could have a totally, I'm super clingy. So I would love a guy who would want to be with me 24/7. That's just my personality.
And right away.
I think that's
Right.
that's
right
me too.
away. I'm full like this, but it's, and you know what? It never it got to make it past
It's
3
a-
weeks.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks for me.
3 weeks.
After 3 weeks, everything new that I ever had was done in 3 weeks.
Yo, I think
wow.
wait, you're a July Leo?
Yeah.
I'm August Leo.
Oh.
I'll say this to wrap up the segment because we gotta get into the last subject. But like my personal experience, like well,
You only
obviously
had one though.
what we know that okay.
No, she doesn't.
Wait,
know
how
that.
old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a young boy.
So
No, I hear.
He's a young boy.
I got the context.
So
29 is-
but I agree with everybody what they said about taking it slow. But like I said, to personalize it, I actually was in a situation like when I got with my girlfriend at that time, I did the complete opposite.
The only time.
The
you
only
mean.
time.
Well,
The only
yeah, the
time.
only
that
time I
time,
did
that time.
Yeah, I did the complete opposite, and I literally rushed into that relationship. And I'm looking back at it now. I'm like, yo, what the fuck was I thinking of? Doing it so fast. I mean, but at the same time, I was with it though at the time because I actually.
I hate
her.
taking it slow.
You know what I'm saying? And she was the main one that kind of was like, yo, you my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like,
okay, man.
Yeah. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
But now looking back at how everything transpired, obviously, I really wish I would have took my time.
I'm cool with action-packed, whirlwind of relationships and move on. I'm the girl that would get married 6 times. I don't care. This whole taking it slow and then we don't know if we're going to be together or not. No, action-pack that shit. And if it don't work, move on. And action-pack another one. And if it don't work, move on. I don't want to be taking mad
just
slow.
give it your all or just fuck it.
Yeah, what's all this taking it slow? What are we taking slow? What are we doing?
You gotta get to know this person. You gotta see what their values are,
Right.
what their beliefs are, what type of person they are.
We can speed read.
Wow.
We can.
No. You can't. It's certain things you gotta get to.
It's a lot of fucking time being wasted.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Yeah. But yeah,
This shit is an investment.
it is.
I can't get that time back.
Yeah.
So I'm damn sure not about
Time
to
is
waste
money,
it.
and my shit is expensive.
Exactly. All this time that you taking to get to know somebody, and then let's say you don't like them anymore.
Nah,
it's
if I'm gonna take time and say I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, that means I'm putting everybody else
To the side.
on hold. If I don't even know
Not even on
if
hold.
we
This
gonna
is-
make it, what the fuck? I'm
tight.
cutting off. I'm not doing that.
I ain't gonna front.
No.
Nah, forget it.
All right. Yeah. Let's move on to the next segment.
Tell me.
because Josh about to kick us out soon.
Tell me.
But
My bad. We
So,
apologize from now, Josh. You want some pizza after this?
So, all right. So, before we move on to the next segment, or the final segment, I just want everybody that enjoys watching and listening to this podcast to shop at our merch, Stoop Talk Podcast,
Shop
right?
our
At
merch.
ChristophChristian.com. All right. You can go on Instagram as well. It's called Christoph Christian. You can purchase, our hats, hoodies, shirts. Everything is on sale. Support the podcast. If you like what you see, definitely go cop that. All right.
And
I'ma
get
go get
Passport Cutty book on Amazon.
Yeah, we already
you.
plugged that on Amazon.
I'm gonna go get me a hoodie.
Oh yeah, big
Right.
facts. Big
Talk.
facts.
We should.
Yeah, I think nobody got. Yeah, nobody got.
Oh, we don't got no one. Right?
What?
Yeah, we gotta
Sold out.
put more in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
There's
order more.
literally like 3 hoodies left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get something.
We
Yeah.
got t-shirts. We got V-necks, crew necks.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, we got a couple of things in the
Okay, I can do
in the
that.
vault. Yeah, so go definitely cop that. You know what I'm saying? Christoph Christian. All right. So the final segment we're gonna move into. We're gonna speak about this, as quickly as we can, because this is another interesting thing. We actually spoke about this already at a previous episode, but I'm very curious to hear your take. Right? Yeah.
What?
So,
What was that?
nah, because I'm just thinking about the possible.
Yeah.
All right. So the next segment, the topic is how can independent women be counterproductive in dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuddy, you take it away. Take it away, because I know you speak about this in your book as well. Yeah. So talk to us about the independent woman.
I think people have the misconception about what independent is. Independent is you can take care of yourself. You could do, you can do everything on your own. You don't rely on anybody. You don't depend on anybody. You don't expect anybody else to do anything. But it doesn't mean that, you can't accept. It doesn't mean that you can't expect guys to have a particular role in your life. There's just so much stigma behind the independent woman that nobody's supposed to do shit for her, because she's independent. Oh, why I gotta do this? Aren't you independent? Why are you asking me for that? Aren't you independent? And I'm like, I can do it. I still want you to do it, but a lot of women, they get scared of of losing that title if they ask for something or accept.
Why did they get scared?
Because of their pride and their ego. They just they just think that it's gonna compromise their independence if they ask or allow anybody else to do anything for them, and it's just not true. You know, like I can buy myself, you know, some shoes. I would love if a guy bought them for me, you know, like, and I would accept them and say thank you. I tell people all the time, sometimes all you owe somebody is to say thank you. Like, that's it. Especially if it's something that somebody did out of their heart. Because independent women, sometimes it's not even about them asking. They're too scared to receive. Like, you could literally you could be at dinner with an independent woman, right? Like, overly independent woman. And let's say you're a guy who, you know, expects to pay at a date. And then the bill comes and she grabs it. Like, some guys will be like, yo, don't disrespect me like that. Like, I'm a man. Yeah. Like, you don't need to do it. And they were like, oh, no. Or you want to split or whatever. And the guy is like, what? You know, like, why are you
Not
making
me.
it such a big deal?
Oh, you splitting the bill? All right. Yo, wait a
How many of y'all would split?
Nah, I mean, it depends.
On a first date?
No, I'm not splitting on the first date.
Split first date?
Nah, I'm not splitting on the
Have
first
y'all
date.
ever- Somebody in here done split on the first date. Somebody in here done split on the first date. You split on the first? Why?
He's married though.
Oh.
Wait, but y'all first date, y'all split? Really? Oh, I want to hear about this, Josh. Real.
Ain't nothing to tell, nigga.
The check came when we split it.
Facts, nigga. Yo, that's Josh's answer, 100%. Like, ain't nothing to explain, nigga. Shit came. All right, this is you, this is me. That's it.
Nothing is wrong with that.
You know what? I'm lying. I have, and it wasn't my choice. I ain't say let's split it. Shorty just pulled out her wallet and put the money down.
Well, but why didn't you?
I did. I was like, yo, I got it. She's like, nah.
She was like, I didn't like this date. I'm not seeing him again.
Nah.
Let me tell you. You want to know what's crazy? My ex actually did that. Very first date. Literally.
She knew what she wanted.
That's why she left you.
No,
Yeah,
she didn't leave
absolutely.
me. She didn't leave me.
No, that's why she got him. That's why she got him so fast.
Oh,
She actually, but you know what's crazy? The bill came out. Hold on. The bill came out, and she pulled out.
Fucking sucker.
She pulled out $20.
$20.
She pulled out $20, so I get to contribute to the bill. And like I could just
splitting.
tell. I know it's not split. I'm just explaining to you what she did.
He liked
But
that she contributed.
I think she literally was just looking for a reaction out of me to see. Okay, let me see what this nigga's gonna do.
He didn't do nothing, but on the inside, he was flipping.
Oh no! I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, yo, just chill. Yo, baby, I got this.
Baby.
You
You didn't say baby.
He
Nah,
did.
I didn't say baby.
He would.
I didn't say baby, but I was like, yo, like I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but I really think she just did that just to like see. Oh, let me see where this nigga head is at.
See, I'm not worried about that. Like, at all. Like, I turn over to see if a guy's gonna split the bill before we even go out. Because I don't fuck with niggas who split the bill.
On the first date, you mean, or period?
At all, because if I'm paying, I'm not going to split the bill.
Well, you're kind of different. You had niggas paying you $5,000 a month, so
No, but I'm saying there's times that I've paid on the first date
So
before.
you just like either you pay or I pay.
Yeah, like,
Right.
and then like a guy will be like, oh, well, she could at least leave the tip. I'm like, for what? Because if I pay, I'm not going to ask you to leave the tip. So I'm like,
I don't think there's a big difference between the two.
I
though.
think the disconnect comes in where people feel like a sense, like we was talking about entitlement before. Like, if you paid and he wants to leave the tip or vice versa, it's no issue with that being the case, or if y'all split. But what should not happen is, oh, I paid, you should leave the tip because I paid kind of situation. Most of the time, especially from a male perspective, we don't want y'all to pay.
right.
I just want to see if you're going to offer to kick something towards the bill, or even take out your wallet, or if you just sitting there when the bill comes twiddling your thumbs, then I'm looking at you like I know what type of female this is.
We would have already
I would
turned
say
that
that.
over
I would
over
say
the
that.
phone.
I would say that by the second date.
Well, no, we would have already turned that over the phone.
How?
Because I'm talking to you before I go out with you. By the time I actually go, I don't do
So
like...
are you asking up front? So
asking
you paying
this,
the bill?
You
Like-
splitting?
No. When I'm getting to know somebody, I want to know them. So I'm like, so what type of... I was like... So
But
I'll be
you
like...
You're gonna
you sound
ask
like
the
you
question.
sound like you like
But
the
you have
rush.
to remember-
Yeah, but you
wanna
say
get
action
quick.
packed, so how you
ain't
even get
talking
that?
Yeah, but
to
she's
find out.
also the one that wrote this book,
No,
so
I'm
she's gonna ask direct questions.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so what type of guy are you? Like, do you split dinner bills and stuff?
Oh, you asked that?
Yes.
I've never had a female ask me that before.
I want to know. I'm not wasting my time.
I told
Right.
she's a.
And I'm not going to say it
So that's a
aggressively.
deal
I'm just
breaker.
asking you.
Right.
So if this guy got everything, he checked all the boxes, but he said,
But he
"Yeah, I
says,
would
"I
split the
split
bill."
bills.
You not going out with him?
I would say why. We're gonna have that conversation.
And what answers is sufficient?
Right.
To you?
Yeah. I'm curious.
No,
to hear
I'm gonna
this.
say I just don't understand what's the point of splitting.
No, when you ask them why, what
that's
answer are you looking for?
What
That's
be
going to be
sufficient
sufficient
answer
to
for
you.
you?
No, what I never heard of this before. So I don't know what he can say that's gonna suffice for me. But I probably, if he is adamant about it, I'm probably not gonna go out with him.
What if he's not? Okay, what if his
the niggas you talk to?
What
is
if his rebuttal was?
I guess
It sounds like it.
What if his rebuttal was just
sounds
listen?
like
I don't
it.
think
Right?
it's a big deal. You know, I mean, usually for the
No,
first date,
what
you
if
don't know
the
each other,
rebuttal
and I
was
don't know
this?
each other.
We don't know each other.
Right,
We don't
exactly.
know
That's
where
what I
this
was
is
saying.
going. So I'm gonna pay for what I had, and you could pay for what
Right.
you had. This way, when we do split, go separate ways. If you decide you're not trying to go out with me again, or I decide I'm not trying to go out with you again,
None of us is
nobody
short.
can.
And I'll probably say, you know what? Let's just go somewhere cheap first.
It ain't about the money.
So
that's
that's
the
a
problem.
decent
That's the
enough reason for
misconception.
you.
No, but like, okay, if we were going on a regular date, like a first date probably for me would be like Houston's, right? Houston's may be like $150 to $200 for both of us, right? So if you look at his face,
What is that?
So
Bro, it's not
Hillstone.
about the money.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Nigga
Like,
said,
so
what
if
is
you
that?
want to pay 75 and I pay
What is
75, whatever.
Houston?
So if you was gonna pay 75 anyway, let's fucking go to the fucking pizza
Hold
shop.
on.
then.
So you're
No.
saying let's just
No.
take your 75 and go to the pizza
And
shop?
go
That's what
somewhere
you're
that
saying?
costs $75.
That's crazy.
I don't gotta
son.
pay.
That's
Let me
crazy.
tell you something. It's not about the money.
I don't want somebody who nickel and dimes
It's not
like that.
about the money.
No, it's not about the money.
It's about the principle.
Yeah,
It's not about the money.
I don't want a guy like that though. I'm cool with that. No, I
So then what if-
totally
so-
understand.
So
I just
That's her
don't
preference.
want
that's
a
fine.
guy like
that
that.
could be your
Who's
preference.
like
so what
what's
if he
my
said?
principle?
So what if
Shut
he
up.
said, "All right, cool. So you fucking tonight? I don't want a girl that's not fucking after I just paid $200
We
for this
are
meal."
not for each other. I
No.
don't know yet. I gotta go out with you and see if I like you.
So then
The
why he can't say
margaritas
that
hit,
when it
she
comes to the
busting
money?
it,
I
boy.
don't know yet. I gotta go out with you and see if I like you. Why can that not be sufficient for a man?
Listen, it can. I don't like you.
It's not sufficient
But
for
how-
you.
yeah,
I'm
I don't-
asking you.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
me?
You in particular.
Because just based on the type of guys that I've been with and that I like, I mean, and the type of situation that I want the guy to pay for the dinner bill. Because when it's time for me to pay, I'ma pay. Like, I don't want
So
we gotta-
when do you actually pay? Because it don't sound like you ever
birthdays
pay.
and breakfast. It's
Well,
in
not
here.
So wait,
Wow.
how you feel
Hold
about
on,
that?
hold on, hold on.
Birthdays.
Nah.
Once a year?
Wait. Birthdays and breakfast?
You and Leo, you said?
What the fuck is that?
I have cheap, nigga.
Birthdays and breakfast?
Yeah.
Yo, you got a bacon,
no,
egg,
we
and
got-
cheese
Cracker Barrel.
from the
Cracker
bodega
Barrel
from the
cheese.
Ox.
Nah,
Yo,
nah.
Ox got the bacon, egg, and cheese. Like,
So wait, how do
yo.
you feel about that? Nobody really do this, but people do this, but not as often. Who sends the invite is the one that pays.
Oh, no, that's in there.
It is in there.
So you
I
believe
in
that?
Yeah.
So if you invited a dude on the first date, you paying?
Yeah.
No problem.
Yes.
So can he still snatch the bill and pay?
If he wants to.
You gonna let him?
Of course you gonna let him.
course.
If
Shit.
he wants to, but I will pull out and expect to pay. Or you know what I'll say to a guy? I'll be like,
But you
So
won't take
what-
him to
okay,
Houston,
so what
though.
constitutes
No, yes, I
that?
Hold on.
I'll be like,
So what if he offered? Like, if you invite him, but what if he offered? Let's, split the bill, pay half. That's a problem for you?
I'll be like, nah,
No,
don't.
she gonna
I'll
say
pay
you
it.
pay the whole thing,
No, no,
or
no.
that's nothing. All or
I
nothing.
mean, initially, you know what I think? What girls do? Girls know that a guy is gonna ask them out. I think they wait for the guy to ask them, so they know they don't have to pay. That's how
I
I
don't
feel
care about that.
No, that's what I feel that girls do.
Some girls do that.
So a lot.
Go back to what you was about to say.
Man, I gotta read this book.
If
Yeah.
if I ask you to go out and you say,
Birthdays
oh,
and
let's
breakfast.
split, I'm gonna be like, I don't do that.
If
I'm good.
I'm
I'll
not
pay
gonna
for it.
ask a girl to split. If I ask her to go out,
No, she's
No, I
saying
said
if
if
I
she
ask
did.
the guy to
So
go
if you
out,
grab the bill and he go, yo, I'll just cover the tip. Since you gonna pay, I'll cover the tip. How
You
you?
don't
like,
believe in
nah,
that?
Don't worry about that.
She don't
Really?
believe that.
Yeah.
that's
She believes
all right.
one person should do
One or
everything
the other.
across the
I'm
board.
sick of this splitting shit. No.
All right.
But you're not splitting a bill at that point. You paying the bill.
No, like I just feel like that's petty.
All
Why?
right, look, pause.
petty.
I don't really care to split bills neither. But
I get what she's
Well, you
saying.
you
She's
probably
saying
haven't done that in fucking 20
if it's
years.
like if
Nah.
I go to
You
the,
got to
if we
wrap
go to
up
the
soon.
movies
Yeah, we gonna wrap
and
it
I
up,
just
yeah.
pay for everything at the movies, and if we go somewhere like we go Friday,
To me,
you
it's
just
an
gotta pay for
overtime
Fridays.
thing. Like
She's
if
not-
we're together, we're dating,
Well,
and
go ahead,
over time, shit keeps on happening, and I keep on, I got it, and I see you never fucking reach.
Yeah.
My nigga,
Like,
don't
we
call
gotta
me.
pay by
Don't
like
text me.
That's a
It's a
problem.
wrap.
But
Like,
that's
get
what
the
I'm
fuck outta
saying.
here.
Like, yo,
That's a problem.
the first date, second date, third date is when you have these type. But if it's a month,
Yeah,
like
but if
we've
it's
been for
continuing and
bro,
shit's moving,
you-
like
you kicking some money.
facts.
I don't care about the money. I know one thing. I never made it to
It's
the
the
third date without fucking. So by the
principle.
time
Oh, wow.
I got to the third date, nobody cared about the money. All right. Because
Shit, at that point, y'all ain't going on
That's a
dates.
great
If I like
point
you,
to
if I
end
like
the
you, I'll
show.
go on with you once.
On that note,
Hey, yo, get that bottle of Henny. Come over. I got the Netflix. What's up?
And that's the date, right?
That's the date.
on that note,
All right. And next
Shout
month
out
you
to
can play for the
Passport
next
Cutty.
week's bill.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna make it keep going. Go ahead, bro. Wrap it
I
up.
wish you had more time.
Yeah, 'cause
I'll come back.
I got more to say,
Yeah,
right?
we got it. We got
You
to
come
get
back.
some more
Yeah.
topics.
I'll
Yeah,
come back.
we got the- we
Y'all
gotta
like
schedule
New York,
something.
I'll definitely come back.
Yeah, we
I'll
gotta
be
schedule
on time.
another episode with Passport Cutty, man.
Facts.
This was insightful, man.
This
oh
was
Lord.
good times. And
Insightful.
we gonna read the book next time
You know what's
come.
Yeah.
You know what's the
Like-
funny
Oh,
thing?
nigga.
You know what's the funny thing about it? Josh don't care what it was.
Yeah.
He want to leave.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up Passport Cutty. Thank you once again for joining us. Stoop Talk
you.
Podcast. It was a pleasure.
Did you
It was a
enjoy
great-
yourself?
Yes.
I told you these guys. I told you these
I like
guys.
talking to the guys.
These guys, you gotta watch out for them. They bullies. You know what I'm saying? So
I
go
gotta
ahead.
watch out for the. Nah, I'm joking.
So go ahead and shout out your social media handle. How
I'm
people
on
can find you.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter, passport_Cutty, CUTTY. I have videos all day long.
Facts.
You guys can play around on there. My book is on
Follow that.
Amazon.com. The Audible, I read it. It's narrated by me, so that's my favorite format. And then it's on ebook everywhere: Barnes and Noble, Google Play, iTunes, Amazon. It's
It's everywhere.
everywhere. So.
Shout out to you. Shout
You
out
say
to
you
you.
just gonna follow just now?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been following. I ain't gonna hold you.
So,
My bad though.
He's
Nice for
too
you.
cool for school.
Nice for you. All right, Phresh. What's the Instagram handle?
Yo, it's Fifth Ave Phresh with a PH, no F, BCE at the end. You heard?
Keds, what's yours?
K3DZ, follow me. Cheers.
Oh, you put a lot of emphasis in that one. Okay, I like that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was just looking at my son. That's why you just got a little motivation.
What's
Go
going
ahead.
on?
Okay. All right.
Chase 718, man.
DJ Active.
DJ Actor 24/7.
Oh, that's what we're going with today?
Yeah, that's what we doing today.
Okay. And my Instagram handle is Lance BCE.
Joe
all right?
BCE.
The podcast Instagram handle is Stoop Talk Podcast. And before we sign out, in closing, if you guys have any topics you want us to discuss, any Stoop Breakers business, if you guys want to collaborate with us, hit us up at inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. Okay? Inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. We're signing out. See you next week. Peace.
Cheers.
All right. That was fun.
Yes.
Man, we gotta get you back up here.
Just lie to us. We was the best.
You have somebody else coming in.